Hi, didn't see you there. Welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And then
It was a longer pause than I was expecting.
Yeah.
You usually go so vanilla whenever you introduce Dragon Heist. So, like, to hear you do anything but vanilla is weird.
I jumped on the weird mood for today.
3 seconds. 3 seconds of prolonged eye contact with the camera, followed by, "Oh hi, didn't see you there."
Yeah, just staring straight at him the whole time. Okay, it's session 8. Durgan, her. How you doing? It me, your boy, Aaron. Also known as Frozen Frost, but let's be real, none of you call me that. And we gonna play some games. I already rolled the dice, and then I ignored it because Baxter, what happened last game?
Baxter, what happened last game? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well, I gotta hit the timer. Boop. Last game, what happened was we tried to do some more necromancer things. I think that was last game. I think the last two games aren't just bleeding together. We did some things trying to hunt down the necromancer, and after several nights of trying to do that, we eventually encountered some of their skeletons, which we fought a bunch, and we remembered that command doesn't work on undead, which is something we've now stored away in our memories. It did seem weird to me in the moment. I was like, it'd be weird if you could command an undead. But that aside, we beat up those skeletons, and then we went to the arena, and Baxter fought some dudes, and had a heckin' close back and forth with a Goliath boy. And that was fun, and he won, and Baxter has won the tournament, and is now considered the greatest fighter in Waterdeep. They're building a temple in his honor currently. Give it like 50 years, he'll be deified. Public consciousness will raise him up to the position of a god.
Logan, you forgot the most important bit.
Oh, what was that?
He's now a man in the terms of the spell and ceremony.
Yeah, you're now a man.
Oh yeah,
And you'll only be a man for one day.
Yeah! Did it! Oh, and I got 1,000,000 crits!
Yeah, that's true, you did.
That was disgusting.
You know, as is my way in the last month or so.
Yes. The first day of the opening of the Fields of Triumph closes with Baxter and 2 others progressing into what will be the final fights. That will be the following evening. You all exit the building. Now at least guaranteed some winnings based off of him placing in that group. And the city is once again yours.
Okay. This is just the first day of the tournament, and there's going to be another.
This is a 2-day single combat, and then group combatant starts on the 28th. If you guys are interested in that, it'll go on starting that evening, and those both are just the kind of opening celebrations for what is the first days of the Fields of Triumph for this year.
While waiting for Baxter to come back out, is there any way I can keep my eye open for that other boy?
They're all quite conspicuous. They're led into like a small area where all the fighters are held beforehand. You wouldn't be able to get an eye on them whilst they're in there, but you would expect to see them both relatively exiting about the same time. Are you looking for them specifically?
I am trying to keep out of sight and waiting for that person while waiting for Baxter.
All right. Roll me a stealth check then, I guess.
Yay. I didn't do great.
All right. And then follow that up with a perception to see how well you can peer through the crowd and keep track of different people.
I did pretty okay. If this was any other game, I'm kidding.
Let me look at the 2 people with you. All right, yeah, you slip away from Torin and Kyra, who both have passives less than that.
Yay!
Just barely.
Impossible. 8.
Impossible.
Kyra specifically is less. Yeah, you skulk away and you start scoping them out. You keep a firm eye, and after about 15 or so minutes, you see Bax walk out. being led by the announcer you saw from earlier, along with the other fighters from before. And you see the Goliath kind of lower their head and stretch out where they turn and walk off with the rest of the crowd exiting the building. And after about a minute or two, you see the black-robed figure exit before he's swiftly joined by the two other robed figures that were with him beforehand.
Oh no. Upon seeing the other two robed figures, she's gonna definitely stay back. But again, very much like staring and seeing, like, are they immediately leaving or which way they're going, stuff like that.
You see them following the crowd. They seem to be exiting into the main roadway. Where are you? Let me get a map of the city. I can tell you where they're going to turn immediately, but...
Also, a leaf is an unidentified creature in the combat.
Hell yeah, I am.
What? Oh, right, that's why.
Yeah!
Whoa, fuck.
Take that, a leaf old! No, let me kill them! Yeah! Damn it, Aaron! I scored a crit and you took it away!
She dies.
I'm still...
Yay!
Yeah!
She was frail and weak.
Luckily, from out of the chrysalis,
A leaf is
the
dead.
leaf steps out.
All hail a leaf.
Let me... Waterdeep. You see them turn from the field. That's the picture I always click on before I actually click on the map. There we go.
Gonna get rid of my rage. I'm no longer raging.
From where they are right now, you see them make an immediate left as they join the some hundreds of people that are now exiting from the first day. Baxter, you absolutely see a leaf. She's kind of stood off to the side, staring in your direction.
Oh, hey, a leaf!
Oh my word.
just like watching the other people just hears a leaf, like like looks.
Hey,
Baxter.
You guys see that?
Do we also see Baxter at this point?
If you don't see him, you do hear him.
Okay.
I'm trying to jump above the crowd at this point. If there's anyone in the way, I'm just like hopping in place, being like, guys, guys, did you see the fight? Guys, guys, did you see it? I fought, guys. I did some fighting in the arena, guys.
I love Baxter.
Did you see it the way I used my fists? Did you see it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah! I leap above the crowd. I rejoin the
People
others.
get out of your way.
Yeah! Feeling so pumped up right now!
I know,
Did those
right?
road people continue to leave, or did they do anything?
If they noticed, they didn't seem to show it. They continue following the crowd, and
With
move
Baxter
off
noticing
into
me,
the
I'm
seaport.
gonna stop following them.
Okay.
Just kind of like wanders over toward Baxter.
Fucking while you're trailing the others, I'm just walking over and be like, a leaf! Hey! A leaf! A leaf! Hey! Did you see it? A leaf! Wait, 1 second, I'll get to you! Just listen to the sound of my voice. I'm moving towards you. A leaf! Alright, I'm at you! Sorry, I don't need to yell. I'm right beside you now.
What's your perception check, Lee?
My
24
perception?
altogether.
Roll
I'd say
perception,
from
do you hear
where
Bax?
you are, just before you break off, you'd see them getting into a cart. They seem to have hired a carriage.
Just like looks back to Baxter, looks back to Cart. There's no way I'm gonna be able to keep up with the cart.
Sees you with a morose look on your face for a second, just punches your arm slightly. It's like,
Hey, don't worry about it. They'll be okay. I didn't hurt them that bad.
I don't believe you fought them yet.
No, I know it's hard to believe that I didn't leave them in a state where they'd never fight again, but no, trust me, that was some clean combat. They'll be fine. So you can be happy that you guys now know a person that is an arena. What would my title be as if having won this? Guy that won 2 matches.
Almost champion.
Just
Out of
smile.
pool.
for a second, like looks back after the carriage, then just turns back and smiles at Baxter, like, okay.
Yeah, you see, like, the mass of less than remarkable fighters exiting. Some they've been treated clearly, but many still have a bruise. You see a couple, like one guy's holding a tooth in his hand, like they walk off slightly inebriated and dazed from a day of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You did really well, Bax.
I'd say. That Goliath at the end was real tough, though.
It's like points over at the Goliath, like that guy.
It's very hard to miss him.
Yeah. Hey! You were real tough!
He looks around.
You're like jumping out, hey!
Jumping in the air again. Hey! Hey! You're strong and I like you! You made today really fun! Hey!
Raises a hand in your general direction.
Raise his hand back. Ha
Nice.
We often forget how short I am.
You see beside him the robed figure that also made it through pools. As the two walk off.
Kids, I'd like to tell you that the voices in my head stopped one
Goodness.
day.
Good
Out of all the people that made it the way through, you're the only one without a robe.
Weird. And that
Two
will
of
be
them
their
are-
downfall.
Two of the one is in, I guess, more monk robes. This one's in more of a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look, good
The
fight there,
others are over
Bax.
there.
Thank you. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
I could tell. Now I need you to keep that up because I bet money on you and I don't want to lose it.
All right. I need me to keep that up because I bet money on me and I'd rather not lose it.
Yeah.
Just thumbs up toward Baxter.
See,
like
we're
I
on the
did
same
it.
page.
Plus, I'm pretty sure I've already guaranteed myself some money.
Well-
With my vague understanding of how this place works.
Yeah, like 300. You get. How much was it for third place? Crap.
Baxter's just like, is that relevant?
I'm getting first.
Who cares about third place?
You're not in the competition. What are you wondering about third place for?
I'm just. Never mind. I'm not. Yeah, I'm done.
You're not in the competition. Why you worry about third place? Meaning Baxter thinks you can't even make second place.
I'm just done.
Hashtag good talk. All right, so again, what now?
You're moving on later on in the evening. You would all remember you do your work at the City of the Dead if you wanted to continue doing that and get paid.
Yeah.
When is the next match?
The next match would be tomorrow in the afternoon/evening.
I need to get at least my 8 hours in to rest at some point. So as long as Baxter would
We're
have to
usually
like,
done by like early morning, right?
Bax would have to
Yeah.
probably wrap this up by like at least 2 or 3 a.m. I imagine.
He just heads home a little sooner than the others.
Yeah.
Probably do that.
Okay.
Sounds alright.
Okay. All right. So
Alright.
let's get back to that
You
job, I
guys,
suppose.
Start crossing through the city. You're going on foot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll take about an hour and a half.
Can we have short rested during that time?
Yeah, it's not particularly strenuous to walk through it. So
Alright.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
hit us with a short rest, and I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my HD. There we go. Bam.
Hard
got
to
my
take
hip
them
Just
to
while we're walking the whole time, just like looking over toward Bax, and anytime a carriage goes by, just like keeping very much attention to it for a second.
You see, a lot of them have similar markings. There seem to be several companies that specialize in just ferrying people about the city.
Would I have known what the other company was, or what the company that did that was?
With that check, let me get my list of companies.
Thank you, super high perception check. I love you.
Ow. My knee.
You find, yeah, there was a emblazoned K on the side. You don't know the company name, but you recognize the logo.
Okay.
Emblazoned K.
Yeah. It's got a decently fancy to it. It's like a silver, almost looks like it's bent out of silver wire.
I think at one point, like as we're walking, I would go up to Torin. Master Torin,
Yeah.
points off to a carriage. Do you know of what company a carriage with an ornate K would be from? She wouldn't even say ornate K. She'd be like, with a symbol like this, and she'd draw it on the ground because she can't fucking read.
With this weird bent out of shape stick man on the side.
Would I know that symbol?
Probably. Roll me a history check. Do it with advantage since it's about the general working life of the city.
Cool.
This is not a serious roll. Okay.
I love those guys.
Hey, Special K!
13.
13. You know the name. That company specifically is called Kerrigan's Carriages. There's a bunch of them working about the town. There's several are effectively the taxis of the city. You can hire coaches for relatively cheap. They're one of the more upper class ones, but they kind of serve the middle of the road people.
Okay.
When we met those people before, would they have been in one of these carriages? When we were delivering the poisons?
The other one? No, they seem to have had.
They had their
It seemed
own?
to be their own personal carriage.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're sort of like taxis.
Probably be
Why?
hard to track them then, huh?
Why do you want to track a carriage?
Nothing.
That doesn't
Just
answer my
wondering
question at
is
all.
Just wondering is all.
Uh-huh. Right. Oh shit.
not a
that-
dragon.
I'm not. You're
not a dragon.
definitely
That
not
would
a
have been
dragon.
that would have been a 17 if it was insight. Right. Sure. Cool.
Just like looking away.
What's wrong, Leaf? Are you lying to me?
She stops for a second. Her eyes start going like out of focus a bit. I wouldn't say I was lying to you, Master Torin.
Uh-huh. What would you call it?
Looks to Baxter, looks to you, looks to Baxter.
Mm-hmm.
One
Well,
second.
go on.
1 second. 1 second.
It's
Not
appropriate.
telling the truth.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping I'd fail it. Because I have a 0. You know, I would have had a nat 1 and get a 1 on the ability die as well. So,
Yeah. You'd have to roll the worst thing.
but I'm not inciting you. I don't have the wherewithal to lock on to deception.
You're just still riding that high.
Yeah, man.
Why are you lying to me?
I recognized one of the fighters.
Yeah.
Good.
I know you
It
did.
was in Baxter.
Oh.
Who was it?
The Dragonborn there. I think it was the Dragonborn, right? What?
Was it Dragonborn?
Half orc.
Oh, a half orc,
yeah.
right? Because
Yeah, he
I
was
heard,
a-
I thought about the breath, and I'm like, right, because white dragon.
Tomato.
The half orc,
The half orc. The dragon guy?
the master of white dragons. Yes,
Yeah.
he
You recognized him? From what?
he belongs to the same monastery as I did.
Okay. Oh, why didn't you say hi if you knew him? Were you trying to track his carriage?
It's no reason. I just didn't get the chance, I guess.
You know, we're keeping the same insight and deception check.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
It's not how this.
This seems like a good time for. Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Still got a 13. But another
Just start
circumstances.
trading with people like,
Oh,
hi,
no.
I'm Bax.
Guys, it's like you turn, the city's on fire. You just see me be like, I crashed the local economy. I didn't mean to.
Pick up a merchant holding a block of cheese. You're like, give me money for this.
It turns out, it turns out, and this was a hard lesson learned, that certain principles of trade do not apply universally across all markets, and viewing the world market as if it was the same stage leads to some negative side effects. Who would have thought?
I like that you did
As-
better in Castle Ward.
Yeah, you did a little bit better in Castle. Probably not the City of the
I
Dead.
did get a wheel of cheese, but I'm not proud of the things that I had to do to get it.
as
time
you ask it, as like you ask like why, she just kind of like looks over toward like Kyra,
What?
hoping that just looking over toward her, like because she had already said like it's from the same monastery as what she belonged to.
Are we?
So looks
Are,
to Kyra,
are
then
the-
just
are
looks
the
back
other-
to him.
Are we hearing
Huh?
this conversation as well, or is it between you two?
Yeah, I was walking. There was
we're just
no
walking.
indication that anyone was being quiet.
I thought they had pulled back or something.
No.
So you look at Kyra.
Yeah, because he's like, well, it's like, why didn't you go say hi to him? And then just like looks back, it's just there was no reason to. Sorry.
No reason to. Then why do you
There-
want to track his carriage?
They're really dangerous.
Dangerous how?
They're one of my old master's strongest pupils. I was worried about Baxter. She looks at Baxter.
Why?
Yeah, why?
They don't. Depending, I mean, my old master's style of fighting wasn't very fair in some ways.
Bax, dead-faced, raises up his hand, half clenches his fist, and makes radiant energy crackle along his arm.
I feel like you could probably take him.
I mean, I'm not making any presumptions, and I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm just saying, as far as people having distinct advantages go, you know, favored by gods.
Yeah.
I'm
Kinda
See how
nods.
long his fight lasted? It was like 4 minutes.
Besides, the matches in there are totally safe. I'm pretty sure if anything got really out of control, then they'd be pulled back in. And I wouldn't go down super easily anyways. I do appreciate your concern, but you should be equally concerned for that guy.
I don't really have any concern for him.
Well, I do. Concern for that his
Say he was your
face
friend or something.
needs a fist-shaped hole.
No matter how handsome he is. I'm kidding. Just like kind of like nods and just.
Is there anything about his way of fighting you should tell me specifically? I mean, I saw what he was doing in the actual match, but if you have anything that I might be able to strategize around going in, he like giggles to himself slightly at like strategize, me,
I'm
then
not
maybe I
sure
should
if
know.
he- I'm not sure if he uses the exact same fighting style as my master, but my master used to be, or my old master is known as the Master of Shadows. So maybe you actually might have a distinct advantage against him.
Right, because we'll be in the sun, and his shadow will be in a very specific place. And he's probably in his shadow, and the real body is probably the shadow of the shadow. So if I strike his shadow, I'll hit the real him. He won't see that
I would
coming.
probably just focus on him.
He wasn't expecting this.
You just look up and see Halam nodding sagely.
Why do you keep getting here?
Wait here now.
It's like my master in the mountain says. The only fight against a man with a shadow is one where you hit the ground.
You find your way to the city of the dead. The city itself is at this point gone fairly dark. A low fog starting to roll through the city. Late spring morning. I guess we're mid-spring still. You enter the city just as all the torch lights begin to ignite, as they have every time you've passed by. The blue flames dimly lighting up your paths. And you guys set about your business.
My fire. It belongs to me.
Do you keep your general same patterns of patrolling?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I know for a fact this evening goes by without event.
Oh,
But what if the necromancer shows up?
Nah,
I want to
he's tired
fight him.
He's tired from fighting in the cemetery.
He's tired from fighting in the arena.
all right. Bunch
He's
of
that
graves.
Goliath guy.
Bunch of graves around. No one but grave keepers and dead people. What could possibly go wrong?
Afraid no ghost.
Yeah!
Trading with ghosts. Yeah, you guys spend the evening patrolling. It's fairly mundane, slightly cold, but otherwise uneventful.
Was this the last day, or?
No, the last day is on, that would be, it's either the 28th or 29th. We'll say the 28th. I don't remember, so we'll go with the shorter of the two.
Cool.
The night passes by uneventfully, and you all find your way home for an evening's rest. Is there anything any of you would like to do before going to sleep?
Million push-ups.
Baxter does 1,000,000 push-ups. Maybe slightly less than 1,000,000,
I do
but
160
he does a
push-ups.
whole bunch, and he loses count, and he feels buffer for it.
Nice. As far as we know, it's 1 billion.
Yep. You hear him
It's
say
like
it.
you're just like, as he gets back up, 1 billion, he says out loud to the rest of the house.
No, I don't think I have anything to do.
Alrighty.
Same.
You'll find your way to bed and wake up the following morning. The fog's still clinging to the city. Otherwise, a dimly lit
Okay.
dawn in the bustling city of adventure that is Waterdeep.
Time to get to round 3.
Oh yeah.
Why did my rages
All right.
not come back?
You haven't been long rested yet.
That would make sense. I hope that I'm not feeling particularly angry today. Oh no, there it is! There's the anger!
Better store this anger up for later.
I'm not
I feel
actually
like
feeling
you
all
should
that
change
angry
your
today.
rages. Change the name of your rage to hype.
Yeah, I am doing that.
I would like to get
If it had been an option for this campaign, I would have probably made Bax the subclass that I made.
Yeah,
But
that would make sense.
heckin', you know, he's like, I'm not feeling particularly angry. Goes outside, it's overcast, he can't see the sun.
And then he explodes. Bax. 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 Oh no! That's for that and that for
There's
these and
no
these for
real
those.
there's no real remaining cleaning to be done on the first couple floors on the first floor, is there?
Say again?
There's not really any cleaning left to be done on the first floor, is there?
Beyond what you can accomplish, there's nothing really you can do without the assistance of tools or anything. Like, you've gotten all the webs and dusting done, and you've cleared out most of the debris. At this
My
point,
hands are my tools.
and they're strong tools for punching, but less so for repairing the building.
Well, yeah, we had said we were going to have other people do that, though, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll start working on the second floor.
Yeah, you start
Mostly
cleaning up
making
as
sure
best you can.
mostly making sure like the window that was ripped off or the mirror that was ripped off the fucking thing and thrown out the window. There's no like glass or anything
Yeah,
remaining
clearing
around
some
there.
of that glass, getting a bit of
Kids,
that
I'd
like,
like to tell you
boarded
that
up
the
so it
voices in
doesn't
my
leave a
head
draft.
stopped one day. They never did.
Do some of your early morning work. As you move into the day proper, some of the fog clears away, leaving just a light mist passing through the city. Almost imperceptible unless you're really looking for it, much like a summer haze.
It's a good day to be the Stonebreaker, I've decided.
Oh yeah. It's always a good day to be the Stonebreaker.
Agreed! All right.
Unless you're a stone.
Unless you're a stone,
Unless you're stone, yeah.
then it's a terrible day to be the Stonebreaker.
Shit.
Oh.
Oh god. Nobody take the flesh to stone. Spell.
Someone gets... Fucking a leaf has that cast on them in front of me, and Bax is just like, oh no.
I'm sorry, Leaf.
Your
What do
fists
I-
are just being drawn toward her.
No,
What do I
No!
do? What do I do?
no, you're just like
I'm
trying to like,
sorry!
pull back. You're like trying to pull back,
Back.
but your fist is going. You actually see his feet like trying to stray him from going forward.
Yeah.
Heckin, Bax is going to, for the most part, just go to the, is just gonna go to the arena and get ready.
You arrive much earlier than most. There's a few people around. It only takes you roughly, it's about the same distance from your house to it as it is from there to the City of the Dead, so roughly an hour and a half to get there. You see some people seeming to get ready for the day. You see people bring like food carts and things nearby where they begin to warm up and get ready for the thrum of business that definitely
business thrum.
encapsulates this portion of the city.
I guess we'll be going there with him.
If you'd like to, there's no
How
reason
long
not.
until the tournament?
The fights that he'll be taking place in happen in the later afternoon, early evening, so anywhere from 3 to 5 bells, like you're looking at closer to dinner time.
Okay.
So you've
In
got a
that
few
case-
hours.
Yeah. In that case, then I want to go around looking for like rumors, I guess.
Is my...
I will follow the
is my...
Baxter.
It's 24 hours, right? Is my blessing to ability check still active?
Remind me
No.
the wording of it. That'd be gone.
Yeah, that'd be gone probably.
How long
Let
did it
me
last?
Read through it. Which one? Coming of age. For the next 24 hours, when the target makes an ability check, they can roll a d4. So.
Would 24 hours have passed by now?
You'd have an hour or two on it.
Throw that back on me, Torin.
Okay.
You never know. I took it off myself because I was like, I took a rest, so I figure it's gone. But
I
then was
don't
like,
have a command thing for it.
I'll
So
I'll
you
do
just
it.
add an effect to
Check
yourself.
1d4. Yeah, it's unless you got up to any particular shenanigans, there's nothing that will immediately cause that foreseeable future.
I'll just make sure I remember to roll it if I.
Always prep for shenanigans. Yeah, you see
What is Kyra
a
doing?
few people clearing up
Kyra's
some
you.
of the central area, some of the grass and parts of it that were disturbed from the fights earlier. Seems to have been smoothed over. You see a few wizards actually walking around on this upper layer where it's almost like a thin catwalk, and they seem to be re-upping or buffing a spell that seems to be cast over the building itself.
Get the
Wizards.
rogue nerds off the battlefield. Sorry, Kyra. I'm kidding.
Lizards.
What were you up to, Kyra?
What's up?
What were you up to, Kyra?
Oh, she's with Leaf and Baxter.
Joining? All right.
She's not moving like more than like 5 feet away from a leaf at any given moment.
That would have been really awkward last night.
Torin, why don't you roll me an investigation check for generally gathering rooms? Where did you want to go to look for those? Are you gonna just do it on the way and like stop at a few places while they move ahead, or are you doing something specific?
Probably. Like I want to go towards. I want to investigate some like, I don't know, like seedy like taverns. Like people. I mostly want to look for rumors regarding like the Xanathar's Guild.
Mhm.
But so I want to go to like the more like shady parts of town.
All right. Yeah, you start walking towards the dock ward, which is where most of the illicit things happen in the city. Not exclusively, but definitely the majority of it seems to occur in that area. There's a lot of places to hide, which makes it very convenient. The area is built extremely densely. This is the kind of spot where you can hop from rooftop to rooftop with relative ease, even if you're not of dexterous persuasion.
Even Torin?
Even Torn? Absolutely.
Even Torrens,
Getting up there is a
no.
whole other deal, but once you're up there, it's basically a road. Yeah, roll me investigation.
Bupe. Hey, 18.
Listening about, you hear a lot of people discussing. The Xanathar Guild comes up a lot, same with the Zents. You hear talks about fights in the streets. You pass by a few spots where there's patches of dried blood coating walls as you see the aftermath of skirmishes in the street. You find yourself not far from where you guys were ambushed only a few weeks back. Not a week back, geez, about a week ago now. The biggest rumors you get from the Xanathar's Guild. You end up finding an older gentleman. He's sat by an open window, staring out at, you see several crews of people loading up ships in the dock area. When you start asking about the Xanathar's Guild, he, over his drink, red in the face, like clearly uncaring about the early morning alcohol. I've been hearing that the Xanathar's Guild are bringing people in from outside the city, specialists. I don't really ask too many questions. I don't want to get them on my bad side, and I've heard they got eyes everywhere. He kind of looks around over his shoulder down at the street below.
You know what they're bringing them in for?
Shakes his head. Just the word on the dock. They got people coming in on boats, bringing them in from all over the coast. Apparently they're planning something.
All right. Thanks. I lay a silver piece on the table for him.
Brings his glass to you.
And that's all he has to say. Then I'll get the heck out of there.
Yeah, you picked the best place to find anything about them.
Yep. All right.
I'll say that takes you an hour and a bit, so you'll arrive about a half an hour after everyone else does.
Cool.
Do you guys want to do anything while you're at the fields? The arena itself is open to you.
Kyra's just generally keeping a lookout for anyone, like, suspicious that might be eyeing the group at all.
I am just keeping an eye on Baxter in case
perception,
anybody
Kyra?
fucking tries to jump him. We're Baxter's crew.
Not terrible.
Looking about, you don't see anyone overtly suspicious. Like, there's no one that looks like a shady figure. You do see two people flanking a like cordoned off section on the far side of the arena, looking your direction. They're not seeming to hide the fact. Much like the wizards up top, they seem to be wearing these long, almost shimmering robes that like reflect is slightly rainbow-hued light off of themselves, very, very lightly. They're
They look like the guys that are like the wizards that are up there, basically.
Yep, they look like other people that you've seen around. There's definitely more of them, but these two seem to be paying attention to you currently.
Making sure to keep my eye on those boys.
Yeah, and they're flanking either side of a cordoned off section. You see several chairs built separated from everything else.
How far are they away from us?
They'd be on the opposite end, so several hundred feet. It's quite a large distance.
Gotcha. Okay. I will make sure.
Other than that, you see the peaks of the spires of morning off to your south, maybe southeast. Yep. You see reflecting in, it actually casts almost like a prismatic light over it as the several different spires reflect copper, golden, and silver light that then seem to cast like almost a prismatic sheen as though you're shining light through a prism over the top of this barrier-like dome over the top of the field, which emphasizes even further the sheen on the robes of several of the wizards around.
Showing Baxter around. This is where we sat. Whenever we were
Oh,
cheering for you.
nice.
We're gonna try to get a couple of benches closer this time.
Oh, before I forget, everyone mark off either your daily food expenses or a ration.
How much is a daily food expense?
Depends on how comfortably you wish to live. I believe just general comfort is 3 silver off the top of my head. Double check that.
Marked off the ration.
And that just deals with your food expenses as you move about your
Food, drink, in-stay, ale, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Meals per day is, since we don't pay for where we live, yeah, modest is 3 silver, comfortable is 5 silver, wealthy is 8 silver, aristocratic is 2 gold.
At least.
I'm gonna do 8 silver just because the night before my big match, I was like, I'm gonna go ham.
Is there
Oh, yeah.
anything below 3 silver?
Squalid.
Yeah, squalid and poor. Oh, no, that's in-stay. Meals, squalid. Squalid
just use a
and poor.
ration.
Yeah. Alrighty.
'Cause I only
As a
have
way for
1 silver on me.
Snacking on some dried nuts and like salted beef.
Dried nuts.
Why do I have a water beetle on my screen?
She has 1 silver on her, and she feels like that's still too much money.
Well,
Around the slightly past 12 bells, Torin, you arrive.
Okay.
As you see a group of what looks like the same wizards you've seen around for the day, and a couple other white and gold robed clerics seem to march into the center of the area, and they begin drawing runes and sigils into the dirt and sand throughout the arena itself.
Is relieved to see Torin, because that means nobody fucking jumped Baxter for a couple of hours. Because she's expecting someone to jump Baxter, but nothing ever happened.
Cool. Hello.
Torin just met up with the rest of the group. Is that?
Yeah, he arrives.
I don't
just around
want
the
to
same
talk
time
to
you see
you
them
right
beginning,
now.
so especially since you're paying attention. Kyle,
I
you
don't
see
know
that,
why.
It looks like they're either casting some sort of ritual or a mythal over the workings of the fields themselves.
Master Torin goes over.
Stop.
Hello.
Likely story.
Likely story.
Still just like eagle-eyeing across the stadium.
How long until the tournament? Until this.
People are starting to arrive in mass now. Some early celebrations are starting. You see people leading horses in as they're being cordoned off away from the center of the arena where most of the fighting takes place. And after some short period of time, some early races begin as a few of the, at this point, several hundred people start cheering and begin betting and buying food as the celebrations properly get in full swing.
People are betting again. Are we allowed to increase our bet?
They're betting on horse races currently.
Ah, okay.
These are separate from the fights.
Are there those people who sell food like in the crowd, like get your popcorn here, sort of?
None
those people?
inside. There's a million of them outside. A lot of them seem to have diverted from the marketplace to around the fields themselves, since they know it's pulling in people.
All right.
Especially given
So,
it's
Aaron.
the second day of the entire event.
I want to bet 1 silver on a horse.
1 silver on a horse.
Madman.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I want to bet my entire fortune on a horse.
1 silver on a horse. Let's say there's 5 horses.
But what if it wins? You'll get more money.
which she'll throw at more horses or something. I don't know. I'm betting on Thunderhoof.
Not Thunderhoof.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderhoof's had a bad season.
Thunderhoof? He's had a bad season, you say? Okay, so he'll be. Do you want him to be the 1-8 or 1-14?
We'll go for the 1-14.
I'm glad I contributed.
Bum, 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 bum.
Don't understand what you've done.
I heard he twisted a hoof.
1-14.
I already twisted a Thunderhoof. She's just looking at him and she's just like, but he's so majestic and big and handsome.
That's why
with
they
his
call
orcish face.
That's why they call him Thunderhoof. Because the sound that his hoof made when he fucking cracked it sounded like a goddamn thunder.
Oh!
Thunder boom.
Oh, that's horrible.
Echoed throughout
But
the
I
entire
love him
stadium.
now. I love Thunderhoof now. If they ever go to like fucking like retire Thunderhoof, I want to buy him.
Alright.
With what money?
With the money I get from helping Thunderhoof. Anyway.
Roll me a D100. You're looking to get 7 or under.
Oh, fuck.
Now, see, I don't care what I get. She just likes Thunderhoof. Did not work, but
Thunderhoof,
I like Thunderhoof.
unfortunately, makes a strong showing, better than he's done in recent races that you have no idea about, given that this is his second race of the season. But he seems like a good horse. He unfortunately lets you down today.
He did not. I still clap whenever he gets through, and I cheer for him.
Go Thunderhoof! He looks over to the crowd, loses his footing. Another of his hoofs
Crack! That's where he
now
got
he's
his
Thunderhoofs.
name. Oh no.
They'll heal him. It's fine. They'll heal him,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I guess in this world they'd just be able to do that.
Yes, it's
Good.
not in any way impossible to help the horse out.
Thunder-
Unfortunately,
Thunderhoof
on that
is one of
day,
the-
Thunderhoof's injuries had hit a point where his owner decided it wasn't worth it. He was going to put him out of pain. Finally, Thunderhoof has been retired.
No!
He's off to the glue factory.
If that happens, I will find a way to buy Thunderhoof. She is very attached to this big fucking burly horse.
It's too late. He's already been finger of death.
No!
I'm a fucking
In other
Now
news,
he'll
new
work
champion
the
grade
bow
adhesive
forever.
being sold in the marketplace.
Baxter, you have to save him!
Oh, I'll save him. Who?
Thunderhoof!
Oh, I'll save
She
Thunderhoof.
points to the horse.
Flying kicks the people around him, rides Thunderhoof into the fucking sunset.
We have to save Thunderhoof,
Has no
please.
genuine idea why he's doing it. He was just pointing at
True.
people.
The one fight worth winning.
I thought what I wanted was to be a champion, but it turned out that all I really wanted was a friend. That is a horse.
Are they really retiring Thunderhoof, Aaron?
No.
No! No! They're killing him.
I want to save him if he is. But if he's not in danger, then it's fine.
Just lost. Most people do that.
Listen,
I
just
don't
saying,
agree.
If I saw a wizard pulling up a finger toward toward the horse that I'm betting on, I would jump down there.
They do it on the spot.
Yeah.
Point blank. Unless you're first place, you are now sovereign glue.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's an honor, being made into sovereign glue specifically.
Frankly, it's too good for Thunder.
If you got to go out some way, then
That's what happens when you melt down a unicorn.
Wow.
Anyways,
Wow. Wow.
the races go by. A Leaf loses her silver. She continues munching on
She's
her
very happy to lose her
snack.
silver.
She was quite relieved to not have cash. As the fights draw near, Baxter, you are approached by one of the staff as they escort you off to the fighter's hold area.
All right. I'm good to go. I'm going to take down whoever gets put in front of me. Just go after the shadow. Right? Just go after the shadow. That's what I was told to do.
No.
Just go after the shadow.
Good luck, Bex.
No, go after him.
As he's taken away, does it look like those guys like are following him with their gaze?
With their shadows.
They at this point they would have stopped paying attention. Once a bunch more people have funneled in, they seem to be very focused on the area immediately surrounding them.
Gotcha.
And the ones that were working on the inside have finished their ritual, whatever they were casting, and they've moved away from the center of the field and now flank it in small alcoves that are slightly raised up and away from anything that could possibly interfere without directly meaning to.
Okay.
As the races finally finish, the fighters are all escorted out into the center of the field. All three of you, to the cheering of the crowd, behind a red curtain, flanked by those two wizards you were looking at earlier, Kyra. A figure comes out in a long, like a deep navy, nearly black robe with a golden necklace on the outside, his hood back. Torn, you recognize this as, let me see if I can find his name here. It's going to bother me.
Slip dude guy man.
Ah, jeez, not him.
Not slip dude guy
Please,
man.
for the love of God, not him.
You recognize Lyrol Silverhand.
Is he one of the Lords of Waterdeep?
Oh, sorry, it's a woman.
Is she one of the Lords of Waterdeep?
Yes, this is the Open Lord.
Okay, cool.
As she looks out towards everyone, a long hush begins to fall over the crowd as everyone regards the only Lord of Waterdeep that anyone knows who they are, as the
the other ones are
robes fall
hidden.
to her side. Yep. As she lets the blackened robes fall back, there's a silver and gold, reminiscent of the clerics nearby, extended robe, just drifting down, almost billowing slightly as they stand there. As they open their mouth to speak, it seems like their voice is amplified, and they address the crowd. People of Waterdeep, these last few weeks have been filled with violence and blood. Our streets have become danger for many. While these events may bring some unfond memories to people in the crowd, I encourage everyone to participate and enjoy to their heart's content, and those who may need to take a moment's respite and step out of the arena to do so, as blood is not uncommon in the fields of triumph. We hope that in the future weeks that peace can be restored and our city can find a summer waiting full of happiness and joy as green grass draws ever near and celebrations can begin once again. A few people applaud as the general proclamation is registered. She takes her seat. You see several guards flank in and take a few seats nearby. And the announcer from the day before turns to the three of you as he gestures to 3 runic symbols on the ground that are just dimly glowing. If you would all take your places, please.
Alrighty. Taking
You
my
march
place.
over to your spot. The other 2 comply and walk into each of theirs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fields of Triumph for the stunning conclusion to the bouts of combat we saw yesterday. A few soft cheers. People begin to stare at the ever brighter glowing circle that's now connecting the three. These three fighters have done excellent to make it this far. Many of you joined, but only a few can ever stand above the rest. And for our first fight or our first proper tournament of the year, I'd say we've had an excellent showing of talent.
Heckin'.
You're like, yeah, go back, sir.
Where is it? Where's the thing? Ah! Oh, no. Oh, wait, that was investigation. I rolled the wrong thing. One sec.
He's looking at the ground. He's like, what is this circle?
What is it? Huh? Yeah! Hand up!
Baxter makes a great showing of just his raw muscle at this point. As
a tiny
he turns and noting your enthusiasm is like, the Stonebreaker, ladies and gentlemen, as you raise your hand up in the air, cheers begin to roar once. He then turns to the cloaked figure in the leather armor.
Good, focus on someone else. Focus on someone else. Camera pan. Camera pan's left. Camera pan's left.
And the deft duelist Dalian LeChance making it through as well as he raises a small short sword into the air and gives a deep bow to the audience. And of course, Morgosa, the master of white dragons. And the cheers once again uproar to the three. Now, given that we have 3 people left, we've discussed ways of making the fight a little more interesting for all our combatants. This fight will be a free-for-all between all of our combatants with 1 extra fighter added in. As our Open Lord stated previously, if any of you are weak to the stomach or are easily frightened, we encourage you to leave now. Otherwise,
Torin gets up and leaves.
Alright guys, I gotta go.
please enjoy yourselves while these heroes survive.
Survive? I'm gonna do more than survive.
Back.
Oh, it's a pit fiend.
As
Well.
he steps away from the circle, I will let me get the map here.
The fucking statue Bax
GG
trained
boys.
all his life on just rises on a fucking pulley system out from the ground. It's like, ah, I knew you'd come back to get me one day.
Pit fiend. GG boys.
Oh, it's a pit fiend.
Turns around, walks casually away.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm not stupid. Can't
We'll say
trade
anywhere within there.
I may have a 6 intelligence. But
Anywhere
I'm not
within
that
there?
stupid.
Well, I guess I'll be right here then.
Oh dear.
The most possible central location to where everyone would be able to see me.
I'll correct myself. Anywhere in the ring.
On the ring.
Yeah, you'll be in one of the circles surrounding the center. Gosa.
All right.
Dalian.
I'll just be here then.
Boop.
Jesus Christ.
Ain't I a stinker?
Hey, stinky.
Alrighty. Those two will, with their useful face cleanse, either side. And as the announcer walks back, he shimmers for a moment and then vanishes as he appears up in the stands just off to the left. Up
What a
this-
bunch of squares.
The wizards on the outside all raise their hands, and you see a soft shimmer as a wall of force appears around the ring itself. Not where you guys are standing, but around the full arena. And it erects a wall all the way up to an overarching dome that seems to capture everything else. As one figure steps forward, their eyes slowly growing wider and wider. They seem to fill with this inky black void as they point one hand into the center of the circle, and all you hear them is just this deep, resonating voice go, "Balgara."
Huh?
And a large black tear appears in the center of the circle as two large ape-like hands start pulling themselves out of it.
Oh. Oh no!
Hey, Bogra climbs out and just looks at all three of you.
The Mad Lad summoned a goddamn demon.
Jeez.
You hear a few people in the audience just chanting, "Bogra! Bogra!"
No, Baxter.
And that's initiative.
Baxter.
Roll all.
You know,
I'm
at
gonna
least
remove-
it's closer to the other two than it is to you, Bax.
I'm going to remove
I'll change that.
Alif, Torn, and Cairo. If any of you three would like to do anything, let me know.
I want to be in the crowd.
You are.
I don't see you. I'm kidding.
We'll worry about that if you decide to do anything.
I'm not going to do it.
There's a wall of
Bonus
force. We
action
can't really
watch.
get in. So
That's true. And it's initiative.
If it pleases the court, once I see this thing and I hear them chanting, I'm gonna clench my fists, get into a fighting stance, close my eyes, take a deep breath, center, and then decenter. And I would like to hype.
I'll allow it. You can definitely cap it off with that.
Hyping.
All right. Combat begins.
you're welcome.
You see the cloaked figure Dalian lunge forward with a sword as he jumps in and swings at the side of the Bulgara's arm, cutting at it. It's a flat regular. He swings at it, the arm just with this like chained wristlet that seemed to have been like trying to manacle it to the abyss. Still on it, clashes with the sword and brings it back as he dashes backwards out of the Bulgara's immediate reach. Purpose going as well.
Fucking bard.
And that's him. Bulgara's turn. It is going to. It crouches down low, and it disappears.
Oh.
Maybe it's just moving so fast we can't see it.
It's going Goku on us.
But Gohan, you can still keep track of them, can't you?
Pants to the right, Gohan.
Yeah, I can still see them.
Fucking
Incredible.
Torin's up there just like, where did they go? And Elise just looking back and forth.
I can't do that. I've got one blind eye.
You see Morgosa lean back in a defensive stance. As they breathe, you see frost and just this like cold breath exhale out of their mouth. And you see just bits of ice begin to build up on different parts of their robes and exposed body.
Oh.
There is patient defense. And something else. And they will not move.
Well, I am raging, and if I don't try to do something, then 1, 2, 3. Where was it? It was like it was
dead center,
like here previously, right?
straight ahead.
I am going to lunge, and I am going to strike forward with a leaping punch, trying to hit the general area it was in. So that's 1, 2. That's basically half my movement if I do that.
Alrighty. You run forward and you leap in. You punch down, and a small explosion of dirt and sand flies away from where you hit. It doesn't seem to be there.
If there's a small explosion of dirt and sand, I'm gonna roll this just to make myself happy. Can I see its outline in any of the debris? / Can I see any footprints leading away from the central location here?
Make me a perception check since you've gotten very close. I can say you can do it with advantage since this is a lot of this is sand.
Bah! That's a 19!
Oh yeah.
And that's not demon
it's
fighting
moved
music?
back slightly and towards down in like this area. Friends leading into there.
1, 2. He's on a half space. Where is he actually?
Morgos. Up in there.
Okay. I still have half my movement. It sure would be terrible if not being able to see him, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna look over to where it is and gonna be like, looks like it went that way! And hoping to distract them with that, I'm going to go ahead and rush at him and go for an attack if that's copacetic.
Just make sure I didn't put the full thing of his patient defense. But otherwise, go nuts.
We ain't on a team. Fucking come
It's
at
true.
me.
You're not. This is a free-for-all. This is also a Balgara.
Break him back!
Ah!
Oh!
Oh, come on! It would have been a crit!
And misses as you bring in what should be a solid hit. You see just as your fist crosses a bit of this icy breath that's starting to mist around him. He just leans back, and the tip of your knuckle grazes his forehead, but doesn't make contact.
Damn it, I should have been reckless attacking. I was a fool. All right. Well, better watch out. There's 2 demons that might get you. And back up to you, I guess.
Dahlia, what are you gonna
Work together with these guys? Nah. That ain't me, man.
That's gross.
Yeah, he's in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action dash. 1, 2, 3.
Balgara ends up winning.
That's fine.
Go for him. He can't go for him. He's gonna go for you.
Ooh.
And he misses.
Yay!
A sword swing past as you're carrying forward through the punch. Balgara is gonna make an opportunity attack on him.
Whoa! Hey, dude, you know there's a demon out there, right?
A demon who got a 23 to hit. That hits.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there it is. He gets ripped in half.
Oh,
Found it.
He runs forward. That's why he misses you. He takes. You see a large gorilla fist smoke him in the back of the head. He stumbles forward, dazed, and just whips this blade at you. There's like a dim blue glow to his sword. As it passes by, it leaves a slight after image.
oh
and
shit! Watch out for that blue
he
metal.
shakes his head. He then darts back from you. You see he's got amazing footwork. This guy is clearly a skilled duelist. He has about that much movement left. He'll go there.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and punch him as he
Fancy
leaves.
footwork. He's a swashbuckler. Because he attacked you. You can't get attacks.
Oh,
of
that's
opportunity
why.
on
I was
him.
gonna be like, well, then why did the big stupid gorilla get an opportunity attack? But yes, I understand.
I am just as big and stupid as that gorilla. I should be treated no differently.
I mean, are you
How
as
dare
big
you
as that
assume
gorilla?
that he's stupid?
That's fair. You're right.
judgmental.
I am
Turn.
just as, if not more, stupid than that gorilla. How dare you?
I just love how, like, they're like, we don't want magic in here. People could die. And then they summon a demon.
Demon.
And you guys aren't allowed to use magic. They can do it all they want.
We don't want people to die. Let's summon a demon.
Yeah. That sounds fine.
I'm probably gonna lose because I'm probably gonna focus fucking Mortis. I was warned about him. I wasn't warned about the demon.
The Balgara drops low once again, and one of its hands, it drives all of its fingers into the ground.
It's fine, Dolly, you can take it.
Oh.
So you're gonna go for Yuchi? Yeah, you can get the most of you, I think, with that one. It drives its fingers into the ground. You see plants and weeds begin to grow around you and Morgos's feet. It'll send right there. That's the best place you can use that ability. Both of you need to make a strength save.
Oh no! I'm no good at. I shouldn't joke because now
I was gonna
my
say.
cockiness will be rewarded with a bad roll.
Yes, hell.
Does it?
Oh, you made your own? Okay.
Sorry,
yes,
I
that's
guess I jumped the gun.
And he'll make one. He fails.
Ha ha!
Ooh.
You rip some of these weeds and vines that start bursting out of the ground, trying to grab you. You are not restrained. Morgosa is.
I would assume the area is difficult terrain probably now.
The area is now difficult terrain. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Shame about that. It can use action to break out. Done. Okay.
Man, I sure would hate to be restrained. Looks at him. Wouldn't I?
Thanks for the assist, demon.
Yeah.
See, you're actually on the Balgura's team.
Runs slightly away and then turns and gets into a low stance, looking at all three of you.
Oh,
Morgosa's turn. Um.
come on. Break free. Break free. I dare you. Can you do it?
Morgosa is going
I
to
mean, that is one of
use-
its saving throws.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a check, though. I think it's a check, though.
He needs to make a strength check. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your strength, Morgosa? Could do it. It is possible. That is a Nat19. As he looks, he rips these chunks of plant matter off himself as you both are just surrounded by this like chest-high jungle of just weeds. He looks to you and he's going to.
Morg, is that a weed?
Is that a weed? Yeah, he'll sink down into the weeds, dropping down into where the light is
He
least.
is a shadow boy.
And he's going to exit your space. You will get an attack of opportunity if you'd like. He doesn't have dodge on anyone.
Haha!
Remove those.
Take this!
Punch the shadow.
Never mind!
As you punch into the weeds, as you see him beginning to disappear, your fist finds nothing. And he...
Damn it.
From there-
I aimed for him when I should have been aiming at the shadow.
Baxter, your turn.
Alright, well. So this is difficult terrain. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna punch this guy.
Alrighty. Are you going reckless or regular?
I'm a reckless. Ain't no
Backs
reason.
don't discriminate.
I
There's
ain't-
opponents around.
Ain't nothing but a thing. Nah, man, I gotta take out everybody. I gotta fucking.
I'm not gonna not go after one person just because someone else ran away.
You
Attack!
see him with like a sword and a low stance as he turns and he's like, "Hey, friend!" And he brings the sword slowly in your direction as your fist makes contact with his face. Roll damage.
Hey, from
I don't know if you knew this, but I have this special move I do called critical hit.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my Divine Fury on. Boop. And I'm just gonna go ahead and boop. Oh well!
damn,
Goodbye.
he went down a lot quicker than I thought he
I
would.
don't know. I can't remember what level. Can he? Don't think he has. Can he dodge? I don't think he's high enough level. Nope.
Huh.
Yeah, he's down. He just fucking smoked this dude.
Well, that
He
felt
falls
good.
to the ground.
back!
Unconscious. Do you do non-lethal? Or are you just gonna let him bleed out?
I'll non-lethal him. Well,
Stable.
I'll non-lethally break his jaw.
Alrighty. Anything else in your turn? I think you have 5 feet of movement left, and
I should have done. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have 10 feet left.
oh, there you go.
All right. So, so he was like crouching and looking that way. So the sensible thing to do would be to move up to there and get out of the way.
Alrighty.
I don't know why I didn't expect that.
Dowling is unconscious. Bulgar's turn.
At least you're not gonna run away. Nyah!
It starts running towards you. You are the first thing in front of
I was really hoping you say it turns invisible and runs away.
Come on.
as it is going to swing its big old Bulgar fist at you. That's a hit.
Of course it is.
You take 10 damage, I think reduced to 5.
Yeah, reduced to 5.
It swings in a second big haymaker coming towards you. That's a 22. That's a hit.
This is where I'll die.
As you after taking the first one, you bring your arm up and try and clinch as close as you can so it can't get the full power of its attack, only damaging you for 3 on its second swing. You then see its mouth snap open as it's going to reach in and try and bite you.
No! Not with 3 attacks.
That one hits,
No! Stop!
doing 4 damage to you.
So much damage! Stop!
Morgosa is going to use what's his movement? He's got feet? Yeah, he's got 45 feet. Right, he's a fast boy. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 40.
He doesn't hurry. I'm gonna have all the fun.
He'll bonus action step with the one to get in.
If he attacks me from behind, yeah, he's not doing it. I would have understood.
He's probably like, hey, I still want to beat you, but I don't want to be alone.
Man,
with
it's really
this
gonna
thing."
show you up if I take out one of the guys and then this and then you beat me after I'm tired. Oh, won't that be impressive?
Like quarterstaff attack.
By the way, this scenario is hypothetical. If I beat the other guy and then this, I'm also going to beat you.
Second one misses. Nearly rolled damage there. Get 2.
I'd like to assume that this guy was like the favorite to win, and that you guys just fucking come in.
He was the
and, like, just-
He was the Hercule.
yeah. Everybody's just like, yeah, fucking. He's like the returning champion, you know.
Oh man, all right. Here I go.
Well, there's masters, but no champions at this event.
I
Well, other than the Vandal and champion of Vandal.
All right, you follow my lead, monk boy.
And I'm gonna get around and I'm gonna get to the other side and I'm gonna attack this boy right here, this Balgora. I'm gonna do him a bap. I had another plan a second ago, but I've abandoned that plan. I'm gonna reckless attack.
All right.
And here I go. Yes!
Oh my god!
I am unstoppable! I
with that
cannot be
radiant
defeated!
damage.
Oh my god. What is this power I possess? Die!
Yeah, you ram your fist into the back of the Balgr. You hear like a light crack from its spine as it lurches forward. One of its massive arms clasps its waist and just snaps it back into place as it turns around to look at you.
Oh man, don't look at me, look at him, Punch! So close.
Oh.
I got it. So that's 2 criticals I've gotten in this battle so far. And
Time to get that fucking 3rd level of fighters so you can get that 19s.
Yep, that's some solid damage. You start smoking this thing. It's hurt. Given its size, you've done some nasty hits. Thalion, unconscious. Do you have anything else you want to do in your turn? Balgura's turn.
I can see all the stars, and their parents have come to say hi. It's okay. With the third place prize money, he'll be able to heck it and probably feed his family for like a year.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. Also pay his,
Balgur,
unless his medical bills end up more extensive than I expect.
Opens its mouth, and like a sound of like steel being dragged against stone, it starts chanting something at you.
No.
As it raises one finger, the fight itself. Let's find out if you make your save.
Gets pulled into hell. Oh no! We're making a descent into Avernus!
Oh.
Oh no!
That's no good.
The arena itself goes like dark as just these bugs are crawling all over you.
Oh no!
Biting at you.
Oh no!
And you just feel like this burning sensation as they start pincering you all over. You're gonna take.
I'm being boogooed. My brain got boogooed.
1d psychic damage.
Ah, no fair! Each of these bugs is an additional combatant that wasn't registered. No, it's too many. You said it'd be 3. I thought this was gonna be 3 on fucking 3, and then it became 4 on 4, and I was fine with that, and now it's like 5 million on me. This is not fair. You're disqualified. You and you points at bugs. You're disqualified, and you're disqualified, and you're disqualified.
We're just up in the stands, just like, what's happening to Bax?
Morgos is
panicking.
going to attack.
It's just like you guys, and there's actually nothing happening. It's just in my head, and you're just seeing me standing there, just But given how the fight's been, you're like, is it part of an attack?
I think he's fine.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, he's probably fine. Torn at some point got popped.
That's his blood-curdling scream of victory.
It is indistinguishable from his blood-curdling scream of pain.
all of his screams are blood curdling, so you can't distinguish.
They're all the same scream. He goes to a water park, goes down a fucking flume ride, all he hears is
He's either fighting someone or having a good time.
I feel like those go hand in hand.
He swings the quarterstaff, missing once, and then jabbing it in the
Kids,
face.
I'd
He
like to
circles
tell you that the
around,
voices in my
and
head
then he
stopped
roundhouse
one
kicks
day. They
towards
never
you.
did.
Oh! Batole.
Give blows on Baxter.
Uncalled for much.
That's
Kids,
a 19.
I'd like to tell you that the voices in my head stopped one day. They
As
never
his
did.
foot connects with your chest, you take 0 damage.
Did he do 2?
I-
Or did he do 1
3.
damage and I took none?
Oh wait, 3 minus 3. Why do you have minus 3 damage? Oh, it's because you have it's right.
Kids, I'd
No,
like to
I
tell
remember
you that
that.
the
That was a
voices in
very
my
recent
head
thing for you.
stopped one day. They never did.
He swings around again.
So that is, I do take no damage from that, though?
He does 1d6 plus 4.
So we're each a core member
But
of the
it said
team with
3
different
minus
key
3, and that's
attributes.
where I'm wondering where that's happening. You resist 2 melee damage.
I deal 2
and
melee
then,
damage.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh
deal
yeah, I
2
resist it
melee
because of my piercing, bludgeoning, slashing thing.
damage. Yeah, so you would half it.
That should at least be 1.
Yeah.
1d6 minus 3 equals 0. Yeah, for some reason it didn't do his damage correctly. All right, I'm gonna roll his
Was it
damage
from
again.
2 different sources?
No, it was, I don't know. I just fixed his damage to deal dex because I realized he's been using strength this whole time. Maybe it was just calculating wrong because of
Okay.
that. Do that again.
Well,
For some reason, it's still mine. All right, listen, you.
you just can't hurt me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't got anything. Does he have any
There we
effect?
go. His unarmed strike is borked for some reason.
Is
but
it-
does the same?
Does he
same damage
have
type.
a negative modifier on his unarmed strike?
Nope.
Oh, weird. All right, well, how much did he do to me? 1?
I just rolled his quarterstaff since they both do identical damage. He overall did 1 damage.
I see 1. All right.
Yeah. And then his second attack misses. So that's him.
I'm just screaming about
turn.
bugs, and he just kicks me in the chest. I'm like, ah! Pfft! Ah! It doesn't really bother me. I'm still just screaming about the bugs.
Elise just reading way too much into it. Like, what is he doing to him? The Master of
By
White
the way,
Dragons
are
is
the
terrifying.
are the bugs still present, or was that just damage?
They are still present.
Okay. Are they still nipping at me? Am I still like taking ongoing damage? / are any of my actions impaired by this?
They act as though phantasmal force. They don't stop you from doing anything, I don't believe. But they just are covering your body.
Okay, and I
As of
feel like
currently.
they will
You
continue
are not
to
hindered
hurt
in
me,
any way,
probably.
Baxter. Get them.
I'm the sort that fights through damage, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just hope that if I beat them up, they'll go away. I'm gonna reckless attack, Koomp, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to attack the Balgura with my main attack.
All right.
Or am
go
I?
let me double check and make sure.
Or you could fucking kill.
Or I
this-
could bap him with my main attack, and since
I mean, he's not dodging anymore.
it's true. I'll ignore the fact that I can see that he's concentrating and not factor that into Bax's decision. I'm going to do my main attack on Morgosa.
All right.
So here comes this! I really wanted to
That hits.
do it. And have some radiant damage alongside my glove damage. Oh, it wasn't very
Alright.
much, but it was more than one.
As you punch into him, you feel this cold energy on his body explode as small shards of ice seem to enter, like past under your gloves and into your skin.
Oh,
as you feel a
no.
bit of blood come out.
Did he
Oh, you
Armor of
have the
Agathis
thing.
me?
Yes.
Ah, shit!
Oh.
At least I probably chunked through his. Does the ice covering him? Is it still there as of this attack?
You shatter it. As you hit him, it just explodes off of
Good. So, assuming he cast it at base level, which I have no reason to know, but assuming, I should have done it. I hopefully did at least 7 damage to him with that. Okay, you did that. That's cool. That hurt. Ow. You did a bit of
so yeah,
damage to me.
Take 5 cold damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got it.
Oh,
Yep.
Otherwise, that's
my-
that.
my-
You see him recoil. He didn't even expect you to make contact with it.
Okay, my plan was to go evenly between the two of you, sir, but since you snapped back at me just now, here comes the other hand! Stonebreaker Mark II!
I actually do need that fighter dip to get 19s. All right, here comes my other hacking. Yeah, 7 damage.
Here, Max.
we know what your journey to 6th level is now. I guess. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Take that.
Balgura's turn. Did its action to do the damage to you again? Let me double check.
Do I get any kind of save at the end of my turn?
You can use your action to examine it.
I see.
But otherwise it just persists. Treats the phantasms of real. Target rationalizes all that business.
It's fine. Just fucking kill Morg.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna kill both of them because he hates them. Because he's Balgura and he hates everything. Yeah, it can. It just does so, or it has the option to just make it do so, not even an action. Going to try and damage you for 1d6.
Hit me with that intelligence save again. Oh, he just damages
You
me.
take 1 damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, so long as you are within range of the phantasm, it can just damage you.
I love barbarians. I know that's probably not even what that was, but I just love that it's constantly like, and you take damage, and it's 2.
That hits as he reaches out and just one fist, just hammer fist down on Morgosa. He takes. Where's the damage? He takes 13 points of damage as this thing just wails on him. Turns and smokes him. Natural 20. As the second fist.
Oh, all 3 are heavy.
No, man, I'm pretty light.
Gonna split up its try and bite you.
Oh,
And that is not a critical.
Oh, that's good.
good.
That's good.
I assume from that disclaimer that it didn't miss.
It didn't miss.
I'm still concerned.
It's not a critical, because it's a
That
1.
does 11 points of damage, reduced down to 5.
Oh, reduced down to 5.
Yeah.
I thought you meant after reduction. I was very upset about that for a second.
Attack, bite, and that is it. Morgosa.
Man, this thing really packs a
reeling
punch,
from-
huh?
You're telling me. He's gonna quarterstaff at him.
You're telling me,
that's
baps me
fair.
in the face.
You really do.
He hits the Balgara. He looks at the two of you. The Balgara succeeds his concentration check.
You bastard.
And then, taking like a half step back from the two of you, he enters a low stance. He's going to patient defense.
Okay. Well, look at you. Dodging. You fuck.
Good for you.
Well, look at you all crouched down like that. Getting all ready for these fists of fury to come your way? Well, you didn't expect is that you're dodging, but I'm reckless attacking, so brah! Also, I'm going to attack the Bulgar, not you, so. That's...
I'm gonna go for an attack on the bug.
Yeah!
Oh,
That is a miss.
Well then. I didn't realize that you were also patient defensing. Alright, well in that case, I guess I'll just have to... I really need to try to end this goddamn...
Yeah, you do.
But his constitution is probably really good, but fucking I wouldn't care if I attack the other one. It makes more sense to attack it. I'm gonna attack it. Ah!
Oh,
That's a
Thing
14 hit.
to worry about. It does not hit.
Oh! I was hoping it was big and slow. Ah, darn. Alright. Well then! I'll just deal with my bugs, it's fine.
Balgara is going to reckless attack as it raises both fists in the air.
Oh.
It's going to continue going after the two of you.
You don't need to reckless attack.
it's not
going
gonna go
after
back
me.
and kill Dylan, you mean?
You don't need to reckless attack against me, my friend. I'm already giving you advantage. But I appreciate your moxie.
He's reckless attacking other boy
Good.
to get through that dodge.
Just keep attacking that boy.
He's always going to try.
I'd
and
like
attack both.
to. I'd like to imagine the circle of this just looks like the three of us just punching at random between our like circle that we formed.
The guy with the sword was the first one down, and the rest of you just punch. You're all just going auto.
Dragon Ball Z fight here.
Yes.
That's right, you take damage.
And... Oh, he's still at disadvantage. That's a natural 19.
Yeah.
oh,
I'm proud of you.
Bear.
And his mouth snaps to the side as he lunges forward for you one more time.
Come at me! Here we go!
Miss it.
Ora!
And 25 to hit.
No!
oh.
It misses!
Oh, you just missed.
It
You just
misses.
missed backs.
It says on my
Wow,
sheet he
that's
misses.
crazy.
Well, hold on.
Almost had him.
It says he misses. I have a +9 circumstance bonus.
You take
Oh, you're up
6
still.
points of damage. reduced from 12.
Just
And
six.
that's its turn.
Oh, I hate this.
How you looking, Bex?
You know, I'm looking forward to the end of this fight.
Did he roll his like phantasmal killer thing? Shut up.
No,
You traitor!
I will own that. I didn't. I forgot that's what it
You
is.
traitor! You
I'll
fucking
give you
traitor!
this one.
Hey! Fuck you! I would do the exact same thing, but fuck you!
Ghost is gonna go for the Valkyra.
That makes sense.
Was that your quarterstaff this time? Hold on. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Get your shit together,
Hey,
Morgos.
what the fuck? Okay, that's why.
What?
His dex went from like fucking 18 to 3.
Ha!
Oh,
So it remained at 4, but it was -4. Morgosa.
So this is the moment where he just takes off the coat, it hits the ground, and you just hear,
He fucking Rock Lee's this tournament.
Oh,
I'll reroll his first damage now that it does it. And he succeeds his concentration. Baxter.
no, fail it! Fail it, you moron! You
Fail it
absolute
if he dies.
fool! I know that. I'm gonna go for my main attack on him. I'm reckless attacking, because why wouldn't... Oh wait, no, he's reckless attacking, isn't he?
yeah.
Yep. Let me make sure the effect's on him.
Yeah, if you're just attacking him, you don't have to.
I'm... Heckin', I can just hit advantage when I attack him.
Alright, that works.
I'm not gonna reckless attack on this. Do I have to choose before my first attack?
Yeah,
Yeah, when you decide to make your first attack. I'm just gonna not use reckless attack, and I'm gonna attack him normally. And... Yeah!
oh,
that hits.
All
We're
right.
sitting there watching, just like, is
I would
Max
hope that hits.
not attacking recklessly?
You gotta go!
It hits it. It takes the damage. It succeeds its concentration check.
Okay.
You see, like, ichor, like, blood dripping from its mouth as its arms raised towards both of you.
I'm going to make a percentile die roll to determine what I do here. If this is above 51 or higher, I'm going after the Bulgura again. Alright, I'm going after the Bulgura again.
All right.
I've decided that I need you to not be in the world anymore. Oh, that should have been with advantage, so I'm just gonna roll it again.
All right, roll again, see if you crit.
I almost fucking... Did you see that?
Right there.
Alright, well...
Hits.
Yeah! I did 1 damage!
It succeeds
Well-
its concentration check.
1 plus 3.
Oh!
Well, I mean, when it's under 10, the DC becomes 10, so...
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's half your damage or 10, whichever's higher.
Dalian, get up and help!
Oh my god, how are you still up?
Dalian, get up and help, please!
Ugh.
It takes its first swing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be reckless.
Do it. Get him. Take him down. He's the bigger threat. I mean, actually, he has more reserves than me right now. He is.
That just misses Morgosa. Takes, bringing both hands together, slamming them down on the ground.
Do it. Do it. Get him.
He's gonna try and bite at him, and then as it, like, you see just its eye flicker over to you, and at the same instant,
No!
that is a 26 to hit him. That hits.
Oh.
To hit him. That's to hit Morgosa.
Yeah, Morgosa takes the hit.
No. Go on. Do it. Just 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 do it.
Where
just
is
do
it?
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Where
Do
is
it.
it?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm finding it, damn it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Statistically speaking, you should
I know I'll be fine, but it's still gonna hurt. Just do it. Ah! I did 1 damage.
Oh my god.
Ow! 1 point. A quarter of my health.
Everyone around this pile looks like they're within a hit.
Ah! Ah! Go after him,
Morgosa's
Morgosa!
Screaming in pain.
You hear me screaming. The crowd just like, ah, yes, he's winning.
This is his victory cry.
Everybody's just like, oh, is Max okay? It's just like, yeah, that's his victory scream. That's his blood-curdling scream of victory.
It takes a keen ear to just spot the subtle differences.
Miss.
Miss.
That's a hit.
He
He
did it.
spins and kicks.
He unconscious and he did it. He got it. You did it.
The
You did it,
Balgura
Marcosa.
loses its last HP. Because of course it only has
As
one
Nat19
HP.
It's Nat 19.
Nat19
We
demands.
need to make an emote for 1 HP.
And it slowly begins to be dragged back as you see the chains around its wrist snap, and the rift in the center of the circle appears again.
Opportunity
and the
attack
chains
to kill
slowly
it.
pull it back in as it claws its way towards you before slumping down unconscious.
Oh shit! You get dragged back into hell. Goodbye. Oh no. Oh
I was
gee.
going to the abyss.
Please be my turn.
Morgosa is going to use Flurry of Blows.
No! No! Stop it, Morgosa! Morgosa, high five!
You would do that. High five. He spins and kicks you in the face.
No.
I'm not down!
Oh my god!
If you miss,
Nat19, 1 HP.
as the second foot comes around, that's a 16 that misses.
Yeah! Alright! We're not out of the woods yet! We're not out of the woods yet, boys! Okay.
The illusion disappears. You are no longer covered in bugs.
Okay.
You see him breathing heavily.
Quick, do the thing where you run around in circles around it.
Reckless is...
He'll never see it coming.
Okay. Alright. Here we go. Good fight! Morgosa! High five.
Lowers into a defensive stance. You come in for your high five, and you hit. Just makes contact with his face as he slumps down to the ground. You see one foot catch itself as he stands back up.
You're a fucking half-orc! I forgot! Oh no! Shit! Alright, well! Morgosa! High five! Oh no!
That's a miss.
Oh no! Impossible!
You
You better
saving
miss all
face!
3 of these.
I got, oh no, this is the opposite of what I wanted!
He gets into a lowered stance.
Yeah!
Quarter step around his body and swings towards you.
No!
That's a. Oh, were you reckless? Let me just double check on that.
Yeah, he was.
I was. He had to.
I'll roll that again. He misses both of the
Oh!
second quarterstaff attack.
I'm hiding. I'm going under the table.
That's a hit.
Oh
I only have 1 hit point, you fuck!
As the tip of the staff crosses across your jaw, everything slows down as you collapse to both knees. He looks down at you. High five, and he drives his knee into the front of your nose, and you fall unconscious.
I don't see it. I'm on the. You can't tell me I'm dead. I can't see anything. I'm under the table.
If I'm under the table, you can't see me because he's a Tyrannosaurus.
Well, I'm down. I have nothing. I have no means to get back up unless my God wills it, and I'm not speaking. I don't even know who they are, so I feel like they're not going to make an exception for me. Oh.
If only you were a half-orc.
He walks away from you as you roll a nat 1 on a death save.
Ah!
Oh,
The barrier comes down.
I jump down immediately.
No. Let me have this.
I jump down immediately.
I'll let you start racing towards him.
Yes, I am using Step of the Wind.
As you make it to him, there's no way you couldn't. Take one. Take 2 bludgeoning damage, Leaf.
You gonna make that? You gonna make a medicine check? Try to stabilize me?
Let me look and see if I have anything to just get you up immediately.
Hey,
I
if
have
do-
soap. I'll
hey,
wash your mouth
hey,
out.
Listen. If I do die here, it's really easy to revive me.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah.
I am. Yes,
If you let me have my death save, there's a chance I could get up. There's a chance I could get up with 1 hit point.
He starts walking away. A leaf rushes towards him. You have the initiative to get to him.
I am going to medicine check him.
Okay.
All right, medicine check.
Hey-ya. I didn't do good.
Give me
That
my
is a
death
failure.
save.
I'm gonna cycle.
It's okay. Just use my winnings to get someone to bring me back to life.
Ah!
As
fuck!
as you get to him, a leaf.
I am his dead.
You just see this inky black like mark where the few hits that Morgosa struck him with, as you see him just release this one last breath and fall still.
Fuck.
Morgosa continues walking away.
I look down at Bax.
Is it like playing? He's not moving. We can
He's not
assume.
moving.
I look down at
Yeah.
Bax. I'm just not seeing him breathe. I'm seeing him fucking, and then he leaves.
Does it look like there's like one of those clerics nearby?
There's a bunch. They're slowly moving out to the field. It doesn't look
I
like any-
rush Morgosa.
Get him. Just hit him once. Why is he unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you took him down.
'Cause
I
he
took him
was.
down the one time.
I rush Morgosa. He didn't do non-lethal damage.
Let me put you on the field.
Could I
Over
also
here.
jump into the
I was-
arena?
Yeah, there's
man.
nothing stopping you at this point.
I'm gonna misty step
You
down.
see a few people
I'll
kind
sit
of
down.
stepping towards. They've clearly clocked you guys going in, but they're not rushing you. Or
I
anything.
will note, if for what it's worth, we passed break a while ago.
Perfect. We'll take break right now then.
Never.
Fucking you guys charge
No,
on
I have
him.
to do
Fucking
this now.
do 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 do. I'll be the round.
I told you they fight dirty.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, he's not gonna non-lethal you. He doesn't care.
Oh fuck.
Quickly.
Fucked.
Fucking Dalian appears in my dreams. He's like, "Good job. You took me out non-lethally. I've been trapped in the corporeal form for too long now. As a god of combat, I respect your moxie. I will revive you. Get revenge, Baxter. Get revenge." Floats back into the light. "Go, Baxter. To Dalian's will. Goodbye."
I'll
be right back.
Have fun. I believe in you.
Guys, Baxter's dead.
He fucking
Baxter's
died.
fucking dead. Oh my god.
And now I'm going to
Think,
have,
you know,
and now
it's a
I'm
good
going to
thing we're
have to
not
make
killed.
Morgosa a dead.
it's a really good thing we're not in Chult right now. Or, you know, that whole
Super
thing isn't
good.
going on at the moment. The whole death curse isn't going on at the moment.
Nope, not a thing here.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I forget that that's just not the case for any game I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, I hardly ever think about actually reviving people
I get that.
until the reviving is gone, and then I think about it all the time.
It's like, oh my god.
If only we could. Then when it's available, you're like, it's a shame they're dead.
Shame. Too bad.
Loads shotgun. Shame.
I'm about to get in a lot of trouble. People involved in this going to be like, fucking jail. I'll be like, damn.
Fucking what jail's gonna hold him?
Master Torin, can you get me out of jail?
Talking about she's gonna go to jail. Not him.
Yeah.
Oh, she is, yeah. That dude is going to jail too, probably.
I mean, I don't know, probably not. He
Oh,
technically
right.
hasn't done anything wrong.
Oh, I would bet probably not.
Oh, is killing people like not against the law in this arena?
Death is not a thing that you're supposed to be looking to do. But it is always a risk. In the same way that they summoned a Balgara.
I should have known whenever he didn't non-lethal
Like,
that Bulgara that he wouldn't extend that courtesy
had
to
they
me.
not hit it and it had enough time, it would have just picked up Dalian and slammed him on the ground until he was dead. Balgara doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's a goddamn demon, man.
So yeah, like the only people doing anything illegal is us right now.
That's fine. Tournament's over. No more rules.
Exactly. Tournament's done.
No more rules.
I'm just giving Morgosa his reward for winning
Your
the tournament.
penalty for murdering a fellow fighter is that
Just kick him in the back of the head. You're
Is
now
the-
the master fortress.
is that all of your winnings.
I don't
go-
think that would work out. No.
No.
Your penalty for
Baxter's the
murdering
one
a
that did
fellow
it.
fighter is that all of your earnings go to the family of the fighter, and Baxter is the only one, as far as you know, in his family. So when he gets up, he will get your earnings. Also your position. Also your cloak. Also your shadow powers.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Have fun.
Also one of your ears. Give me that ear.
I'm about to punch this guy upside his handsome face.
Stupid handsome face.
Stupid, sexy Morg.
Stupid sexy half work. Kick your butt. Begging Baxter, what's the last thing?
Should probably
I went
use one of
through?
my keys since I said I step of the winded.
Yeah.
Bam.
What was the last thing going through Baxter's mind when he died? Before he died?
Me.
It's fair. It's fair.
If I keep making noises, I'm not dead.
He's just twitching on the
Still brain activity.
Did not expect the two nat ones on death saves.
That was the
nat
second
one
one was a nat one
twice?
again.
Both. Yep.
Whoa! Oh my god. You used up
There's the
all your
first-
luck.
Second one.
You should have let me hit the button. That's why it didn't go better. Watch. See, much better. Second one. Way better. Third one. I would have been alive.
Yeah,
And
but you know.
watch. And eventually, I would have just, like, in no time at all, I would have been up. Oh! The system says I'm alive, Aaron! I'll correct it.
Big oof.
Ba, 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 ba.
Were you here the day Logan died?
Does hype drop if you're dead?
I believe so. I will
You
check.
just
It
see all the
might
people.
not. So it's like an actual thing.
You just
might
see all
get
the
up.
people. They're just like, oh man, my hype is gone.
Knocked unconscious, so yes.
It's just D&D.
A long, long time ago,
It's only lasting a round.
in a tournament far away.
It's very
Baxter
possible. It's not like
launched
they
an
don't have
attack.
10 rounds to revivify you.
Mm-hmm.
The day the Baxter died. And he
Where am
was
I on
singing.
there, Aaron?
Ah!
I guess no matter where I'm able to run down.
You were at Baxter since that's what you were.
Yeah.
Ah!
I don't like the fact that Baxter is dead. He
Singing.
is tiny. He is tinier than me, and therefore, why did I let him fight this guy?
Singing
Because he's
soon,
strong. That's
Singing
why.
soon I'm gonna get that prize.
Because
Soon I'm
Baxter's
gonna
the
have
strongest.
that prize. The day the best.
Morgos is just breaking down. Dead back breakdancing too.
Wiki wiki wow.
Wild, 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 wild west. Desperado.
Wow, wow, wow.
I fucking love that song.
Okay, wow, wow, West. I'm good to jump back in, honestly.
Mhm.
Same.
Alrighty.
All right.
Congrats, you dear Ashley show. On its 4-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, your Ashley show, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get back into the game.
All the stuff is back in. I will sit.
Ashley's just up in the fucking in the stands, just like, what?
Enjoy game, I guess.
Now don't look at me.
Alright. Alif just finished her medicine check. She failed. Baxter failed. Reroll me your guys' initiative so we know what order you guys are doing things in.
Hiya! 7.
All right. Kyra, you see Alif lean down to check Baxter, and she kind of turns back to everyone, and then she seems intent on Morgosa. You also see puffs of smoke appearing around the circumference of the arena as clerics and wizards seem to be apparating.
Oh.
I too will apparate. Down there.
You jumping or are you poofing?
I'm poofing.
All right.
And yeah, she will. How much? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess right here. She'll go over to Alif. I guess she'll go over to Baxter because she wants to check on his condition.
Dead.
All right. Yeah, he is very clearly not breathing.
I have no
Besides-
condition.
Slightly rolled back. He's splayed at kind of an odd angle. His nose is bleeding and slightly broken where it was hit.
Fucking yeah, fucking she'll look over to one of the nearest cleric and is like, "Get the fuck over here! Come on!"
Yep, they're all moving in. Morgosa's gonna continue out of the arena.
But it turns out that this campaign is a prequel to the Tomb campaign, and Bax is the first victim of the Soulmonger.
Can I still
Oh
see
my
him?
god.
You see him exit through the bars into the shaded interior, and then you lose direct sight of him. But you know he's in there.
I am going.
All right, so Baxter's soul is fine. It hasn't been devoured by the soulmonger yet.
5, 10,
You don't know.
15, 20,
I do know.
25, 30,
I rolled a
35,
D20.
40.
All right, you get in. You see a dimly lit. There's like a couple small candles throughout the room. It's mostly absent. You can see on the far end, stepping out of a shadow, you can see Morgosa.
How far? How far?
This room, this would be about 40 feet.
Step of the wind! I'm going 40 feet to him.
All right, a leaf steps off
damn.
of the map and into the combatants' waiting area.
He got fucking far.
He can walk through shadows.
That's fair. That's fair.
But can he walk
Yeah.
through his
All right,
own
with
shade?
that extra step of the wind, you dash right up to him.
I'm just gonna go straight for an unarmed strike.
Do it! Take him down with one shot! Down. What punch?
Not on the combat tracker.
I'll make him apparate. There he is.
Yay, he's apparated.
3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Now die. Damn.
Just deflects your fist with one hand.
Oh no. How
You didn't have to kill him!
He looks at you like he doesn't even understand what you're talking about. I didn't
me.
have to do anything. That's his turn. Torin.
Fireball him.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll jump down.
Points to the ground. The building just explodes.
I'm gonna jump off.
All right. Take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Never.
3.
Trace. All right, take trace damage. Damage.
You 3-point landing and just poof.
I'm like right up at him.
How far away is he from me? Because I know that's not actually accurate.
Once you hit the bars, he's another 40 feet in.
40 feet?
Yeah,
So he's about
so-
45, 50 from you?
Oh, he's in javelin range. Or crossbow range.
from you, 45 feet away.
Or range.
A range of something? I'm going to cast command on him. Going to... Well, first I'll roll the save on him. Boop.
He succeeds.
That makes sense. I expected him to. I try to tell him to halt, but
Shit, he's undead.
It's the necromancer.
Get him!
It all lines up.
I knew something was different.
It's all coming together.
Turns out the wizards that were like looking at us earlier was looking at us because one of them was the necromancer.
I should have figured it out earlier that you were undead. I should have known it whenever I was like, high five, and you were like, yeah! That was my first clue.
He looks up at your command, Torin, and just frowns in your direction. Doesn't seem to take hold. As he does, then, because they would show up now.
Dalian LeChance, get up and be grateful that I didn't fucking kill you. Or don't, I don't care.
Two cloaked figures appear out of the shadows next to him.
Oh,
And
Dalian has friends in the shadows.
do nothing. Not Dalian.
Well, it was Dalian's turn. I'm kidding.
Kyra, you see a cleric running over. Could it be... How long do you think they'll
Help
get?
our Baxter boy, cleric man.
They'd make it here. Can't imagine why they wouldn't.
They've made it over to him?
Yep, they would have gotten there. I can't imagine them not, because they bamf in and then he's within a dash. So out of breath, and they look down. They're like, "All right, what seems to be."
Oh, he's dead.
You can fix this, right?
They pay no attention. They start rifling through their bags.
All right, then.
pull out a big ass diamond.
She will,
Oh, what are you doing?
she was gonna, if it looks like they got this, then she'll turn her attention over to what's happening over here.
They seem to be about to do something.
They fucking start cutting him up. It's like, well, we can't let his organs go to waste.
This is what I would have wanted. Allow other people to benefit from my powerful stone-breaking organs.
She will prepare her action to cast a Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
And she'll say, I wouldn't do anything if I were you.
I'm not the one doing anything. He kind of calls out to you. And what is this, 60, it's 40, yeah, 60 feet away from him. Holding
Am I
a
60
leaf
feet away
between
from him?
the two of you. Yes,
I would have,
because he's
I would've
40
tried- I would've
feet
tried to get as
inwards.
close as possible. So
And that would be... Alright, then he's 45 feet away from you.
Has he considered die?
Come back, you!
That's more accurate, even though they're not in the stand.
Yeah.
We've made it to the stands.
That's where they are.
Don't let him get off the map. He'll despawn. You can't chase him if he goes onto another map.
It's true.
Come at me, other guys.
They appear to either side of him. They both take low defensive stances. Palms facing up. One of them staring towards Alif, and the other one staring towards you two. As Morgosa doesn't move. He's just being held. Alif.
I mean, he seems like he's all like, look at me, I didn't actually do anything. But I'm going to hit him, you see.
Correction.
All right.
You're going to try.
I think I'm going to get into a combative stance. A combative stance of Earth.
Alrighty.
Didn't you know, Torin? Alif is a level 20 rogue. If they take an attack, they can choose to have it hit even if it misses. Once per long
I'm
rest.
going to take a combative
true.
stance of the Earth.
I can have it make it be a fucking crit.
And I'm going to strike forward at Morgosh or Morgosa.
More gosh.
Morgosh.
He's
brother.
about to have more gosh.
Oh gosh.
Needs more.
Cause
Gosh.
I don't like him.
That's fair.
Cause he killed my friend.
Well, why wouldn't you like him? He's
And
just
perhaps
so-
did other things as well.
That misses.
Flurry of blows.
It's a bonus action. You used a bonus action.
Oh right. You're right. That is me.
This guy's just standing there deflecting blows, just like, stop it. I didn't do anything. Let's stop it. No,
He
stop.
is a master monk,
Stop
man.
it.
Torin, you see a leaf trying to wail on this guy.
I'm being very tolerant right now. Stop it.
Okay.
About this point, you would know, especially you would notice, guards are starting to make their way around. They seem to have taken notice of this little scuffle.
What? There's no
I
scuffle.
will-
This guy's not throwing a single punch. What are you talking about?
I'll turn to the guards like, that man killed him. And I'll point my pike at Baxter. Arrest him.
It's a fight, isn't it?
What'd they say?
It's a fight, isn't it?
It's murder.
They'll look around. They start making their way down.
Alright.
Baxter?
Can I use my action to try and command him again?
If you'd like to, sure.
Why not?
The only one who
try.
could possibly defeat this man was Baxter, you see.
Ah, makes sense.
He nat 20s.
That's fucking okay. That makes sense. That's fine.
As the monks, not the monks, as the cleric rifles through their bags, they pull out some diamonds and slam their hand down on your chest, and the diamonds don't go away because I'm pretty sure you're already at that level. And they will cast Revivify. I believe you're at that. You don't take material components to be resurrected at this point, right?
I think that's just a base, like you get that at level 3 thing.
Yeah. So
hell
I think he's Gucci.
Hell yeah.
As Revivify with 1 HP.
Yeah.
I am very happy, by the way, that so much effort has been put into hitting him and it's failed when I just went toe-to-toe with him and, beat him up a bunch. It's very validating that I managed to fight him down to beat him up.
Hell yeah,
Hit
dude.
0 hit point once, and everyone else was like, get him! And no one's succeeding. I know it's just luck, but it's validating.
You don't
To be
suffer
fair.
any effects of
No,
resurrection.
tried to hit him
don't,
yet.
don't you two be fair me. Let me have my validation. To be fair, fuck you.
Air fills your lungs as the world comes back to you. Your nose hurts like a motherfuck. You feel part of it like snap back into place due to the magic. And you're on your back, kind of splayed out the rippling sky above you as you hear commotion. There's some cheers. There's a lot of boos from the crowd. And as you sit up, there's a good small section that's cheering as you get back up.
He just puts one hand, like sits up, kind of puts one hand up. Stormbreaker! Yeah!
Upon hearing that, I just kind of like turn like, oh, he's alive.
Oh, did you all see that? Just out to the crowd. He kicked my ass! Jeez! How'd y'all like that? Woo! That's right, Woo!
It's the one woo in the crowd.
Oh, jeez. Where'd he go?
Big paper mache versions of your gauntlets.
Where'd he go? Is he still here? Where'd he go?
He's right there.
I'm gonna get up. Hey, dude, where you going?
Upon hearing Baxter, I think I'll stop squaring up with this guy.
What are you doing? A leaf? You're not in the tournament.
Was there some kind of secondary side tournament where, like, you came in first, so you got to fight the person that won this tournament?
Just looks back at Baxter like, no, I just,
He killed you, Bax.
He fucking did. He laid me out.
No, like he murdered you.
I'd say.
She just puts down her fists.
Your soul left this plane.
She didn't think he could be brought back. She's never seen someone come back.
Oh, wow. Wait, so you, Morgosa, you actually heckin' killed me?
I hit you, you went down. After that, it wasn't my problem.
Yeah, I get that. That's fine. I mean, dick move a little bit. I mean, how could we ever have a rematch if one of us died?
Guess it's part of my training. You seem fine.
He is right. I do seem fine. Well, since I'm up, you better expect a rematch at some point in the future.
I look forward to it.
Next time, there won't be a big demon gorilla, and I won't have to spare a punch for... He, like, looks back towards Dalian. Extras.
I feel so bad for him. He, like, had one of the highest damage potentials in the area, but just...
And then he got gorillaed
HP.
and then baxed. He had a bad round one.
Yep.
A leaf will mumble a sorry.
There'll be plenty of time for sorries.
I mean, there is plenty of time
backing
for
away.
sorries. Just like in the distance.
Just kind of backing away, like.
Hey, Morgosa, you and I just came into a bit of income. You want to, like, go out and celebrate this?
I think I'm fine. He turns and whispers something to the monk on his right, and they pull out a small stone and begin speaking into it.
He's probably got other friends that he wants to celebrate with. That's
What did
fine.
they say?
He's whispering.
Can I try to do a perception?
How close are you willing to get? Because
I'm like
They're
right
in the
next to a leaf right
shadows
now.
too, aren't they?
they're stepped back. Because, yeah, if you're maintaining any distance, then no.
Yeah, no. Kyra,
This is something they're
Kyra would've
actively going out of their way to hide from everybody.
after things calmed down a little bit, she would have walked up to a leaf.
Yeah.
I'm just backing away, so I'm keeping a distance.
Gonna, as you guys are doing this, he will walk up towards Morgosa. I will say that during this conversation, he's been walking towards Morgosa.
Yep. Some of the
Putting his-
guards arrive in, looking at everybody. One of them has, like, a short sword drawn. Like,
Puts his- Hey!
everything's fine. Just a misunderstanding.
Yeah. Puts his hand out towards Morgosa. But yeah. Weird, aftermath here aside. Good job.
He extends a hand out towards you and shakes it.
Punches you, kills you again.
Crush his hand, deals 1 damage. That's why they call me the Bad Backs. Don't you forget that next time. But yeah, no, heckin'. I look forward to fighting you again, but next time without a big gorilla to make the outcome a little bit more uncertain.
Well, we both won this tournament. At least we placed, so I'll see you when the proper championship begins.
Heck yeah. Well, goodbye, my friend. Or, I don't know, my fucking weird rival. Yeah, it's about as good as a friend.
He doesn't answer.
Just continuing to back up toward Torin.
I appreciate, and all of your anger was the right response. I'm sorry that I cannot share in it.
No, it's perfectly fine. She didn't expect you. As soon as you got back up, all of her anger went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just fucking
Like-
Goku'd all up in this motherfucker.
It never
I mean,
occurred
yes,
to her.
though.
It never occurred to her in the slightest that they would revive you.
If you Goku is like, or fucking Bax is very much has the same mentality about fighting as Goku. If he was like slightly more gradient
did into like a little bit of Vegeta in this, like when he's actually fighting the savagery of it. But outside combat, he's very like, yeah, fucking fighting. Oh, hey, you're up. Hey, handshake. You did. Fight.
Just to
Most people don't last as long as you guys did. It was close. It was close. Oh.
Yeah, it was really close.
He's just got a big purple welt on like half of his face.
Well, you made it all the way here, and you placed, right? So, you'll be going home with something, and
Third
that's
is fine
quite,
for me.
that's quite the accomplishment.
Oh, it was a pleasure. I'm always happy to meet new faces.
Maybe
expect we'll be seeing you in the championship during the summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's when the real fighters show up.
Well, hopefully you and I can have a one-on-one fight sometime, so that gorilla doesn't factor into anything.
I'll be in town for a couple more weeks, I think. I'm always down for a drink and maybe a bout. Where can I find you?
Oh, we actually have a place. Yo, guys, have we chosen a name for that yet? Did you guys choose one, like, while I wasn't looking?
No, we haven't chosen one.
Ah, then. Yeah, we have, heckin'... What are we introducing it as? Have you guys... I know you've been registering with guilds.
Just kind of looking back and forth between all of you.
Yeah, I've been mostly
I
not
don't.
part of the refurnishing thing. Have you guys named it anything, or is it still
Not yet. It's still
Troll
TBA.
Skull? Heckin'.
Yeah, it's just the place on Troll Skull out.
Yeah. You'll recognize it. It looks like a big tavern.
All right, I'll give it a look. I think I know the area. That's over in the North Ward, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll give it a cursory inspection. I think I have some business over there anyways.
And hey, Morgosa, if you ever want to come get a drink there too, at the Troll Skull Alley fucking tavern, whatever we name it by the time you get there, then you come too, alright? It'll be on the house for you.
Gives you
We're not a proper business yet.
a
Everything's
half
technically
bow, and him and the other monks turn and start to leave.
nice.
Could just call it the Troll Skull Tavern.
Troll Skull Alley places. I mean, but that's not its name. If we start calling it that, then that's its name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is that the point? If that's what we're doing, I need to be in on that.
I mean, it's a good name. It's not bad. You're naming it after the street, so most people know where it is. Although,
That's true.
if you got anything catchy, it's always good to wow people. I have a fancy for that kind of thought, I guess, myself. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Quite the bit of showmanship I saw while I was awake, for the brief period.
Yeah. Morgosa's pretty flashy.
Yeah, he is.
I'll walk over. Just good fight, Bex. He'll hold out his hand for a handshake.
Oh, nice.
All right. Do you shake him?
Yeah.
All right, pumps all of his lay on hands into you.
Finally, I can return to the fight. 1 second, I must track down Morgosa.
Fucking punches Dylan again. Or Dalian again.
All right, I need to warm up.
What was that command that you were telling me about? That like I can just tick off.
Hold shift and just scroll wheel
Like
over the things.
Control?
Or is it control? It's either hold shift or control and then scroll wheel over the
there it
uses.
is. Yeah, it's control.
There you go.
Anyways, let's go get some winnings, I think.
Yeah.
It's like Riot looks down at the little ticket thing she got from fucking betting on backs.
Yo, do you not get anything from that because I didn't come in first, or do you get an amount because I came in second, or?
Yeah, no, there's a prize pool, and depending on where we all place, we all were guaranteed a spot in the championship this summer, because we weren't all the less abled people who failed in pools yesterday, and we're all guaranteed some of the prize pool from today.
Nice.
Based off of the amount of people who bet on us.
Bax
By
does not comment on the less abled comment. He does not throw in yeah, that Goliath was way more trouble than you.
So Morgosa will be in the championship?
If he chooses to attend, it's an open invitation. It's not mandatory, but if you win in any of the smaller tournaments they hold as part of the opening or middle of the season of the fields, then you can be offered a return chance to come and fight some of the strongest competitors who might not have the time or the desire to fight people like us. It's something you'd need to be much stronger for. I
Nods.
clearly have a ways to go.
I couldn't even lay a hit, so
You lightly like punches at your arms like, you got it.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. He was very hard to hit.
I'm sorry again for doing what I did, Bax.
Huh?
I shouldn't have went after him. I could have gotten you in trouble.
Hey man, do what you gotta do. Like, he killed me though. Like, he just like looked at it like when you say that, you're not over exaggerating. Like, I died.
I
No,
got
you
to
actually
you,
died.
and whenever I got to you, you stopped breathing, and I couldn't feel your heart anymore.
Oh jeez. Do we owe these guys anything for bringing me back?
Looks to the clerics.
The cleric is sitting there holding these diamonds in their hand like, no, you're good.
Okay. Bax doesn't know that fucking I know that this is the quality of him, but he doesn't know that he doesn't need materials for those spells, so nice.
Oh, that is so good, man. Why didn't we have a cleric in our party?
I don't know.
I was saying it too at the beginning of this whole campaign, just like, man, we have somebody who can be revived very easily, but no one to be able to revive him.
Yeah. Not until
Also
like
in
way later.
Waterdeep, which is like, just go to a temple at that point.
Yeah. He's gonna bring his body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temple.
Let's
I
go
guess we
back
should
to the
go-
Troll Skull Tavern.
Collect our
Let's go
winnings.
pick up
Oh,
our winnings first.
winnings, then Troll Skull.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You make to the attendant, the same person you registered with, and they go down the list. You made second place, so that would put you in the first bracket. Let me see, it's 5,000, and then you take the first one takes half, so it was 3,500. What was it?
I have a feeling I'm going to be walking away with something to the effect of heckin' 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah, it was either 1,000 or 12. Let's say 1,167 gold pieces.
1,167. Can I claim any of that in platinum? Like, can I claim 1,000 in platinum so I have 100 platinum?
Yes, they would give you the smallest denomination they could. So as much as you'd like to take in platinum, they will give you.
Okay, so 100, so
The
1,000,
fields are
sorry.
not-
What were the hundreds place and for?
1,167.
Okay, so 167 gold, 100 platinum. Bam!
How much
And
do
it
we get
hands
for
you a
100
sack.
platinum.
So you guys immediately got
Wait.
your bet back again because they placed, and then you would have got half that once more for him getting second.
Okay, so I would have gotten. I bet
But yeah, it was
40.
100
I got
platinum.
40 back.
Platinums are 10 times gold.
Yeah. I was just like fucking exclaiming, like, whoa.
100 suns, 100 and some dragons.
So for 10
So
gold.
like a leaf bet 10 10 platinum for Baxter. As soon as he placed, you got 10 back, and then you would have got half that again for getting second, so 15 back on top of your original 10.
So 25 altogether?
Yes.
I pushed that at Bax as fast as I can because he gave me that.
How much is it? Like, what kind of coin is it? Sorry?
They would have given it to you in platinum, I assume.
25
Yeah, so
platinum?
25 suns.
Nice. Oh, dude.
I push it back over to Bax, so like, ah!
Okay. And that is
'Cause it was your money.
mine. It was my. Wow, what a nice bet that you made, completely independent of anybody else. And what a
Yes,
nice
hold this
gift-
for me!
Yeah, I will hold this for you. This bet that you made.
I'm just like looking so afraid of the money at the moment.
What a wise bet you made. He has no idea if it's illegal to bet on yourself. What a good bet you made on me. Oh, and a gift for winning. You really should. I had no idea. Let's go. Here we go. Going home.
She's just like holding her arms and like looking at it like it's fucking a monster.
I have so much money.
money.
All right.
What did the other two get? You guys bet too, right?
Yeah,
I
I
bet
got
40 gold.
I have a total of 25 gold now.
Hell yeah.
I have a total of 116 gold now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what this calls for?
What does this call for?
Trade montage.
Unfortunately, you trade all of your platinum for gold.
Yeah!
No, Black, Max, no!
You guys gather your winnings, and you head back to Troll Skull Manor, I assume.
Yeah.
On the way, I want to just whisper into a Leaf's ear. We have to talk.
I would like to maybe have taken a short rest during all of this as well.
It's about an hour and a half to get back, so sure. Absolutely, I'll mark it up.
Whew.
It's kind of like Slink's head, but continues forward.
Definitely still. I don't think it mechanically will affect anything, but Kyra's definitely still keeping an eye out for Morgosa, his goons, or anyone else looking around at the group.
Yeah, he bids farewell and he moves out. Morgosa and them. All right, you keep an eye out for them.
Cool. And yeah, go back to Troll Skull Tavern. I guess that's what we're calling it.
We're not calling it that. That's so normal.
All right. Oh, well, think of something then.
All right, I'll think of something.
I
Give
like
me-
the other joke idea we had
Give
about
me-
Bahamut May Cry.
Give me one day, and I will think of a name for this place.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys have, this would be your final evening. It's the night of the 27th / the morning of the 28th. At your patrols for the 10-day at the City of the Dead. If you still want to do that.
Let's go.
Oh, yay!
Let's go and not talk about things immediately.
So we're gonna switch things up. I'm gonna go walk with a Leaf.
Okay. You do what you gotta do.
Back to Kyra, Alif, and Torin. As you guys spend the evening, especially Baxter, with the amount you spend on food for the day, eating very happily and victoriously, celebrating a strong showing at the fields.
Fucking numb.
And finally make your way to the City of the Dead, where you split off and begin your patrols for the evening.
All right. During the walk,
Holding my blue fire. Because it makes me feel safe.
So, yeah.
I turn to a Leaf. You said you knew that guy from your monastery?
Not sure if he knew me though. He
You have the
didn't
same master?
say anything.
You had the same master? Is that what he said?
She looks away. In a sense, yes.
What do you mean, in a sense? You see, he said something very interesting when he made the killing blow. He said it was just training.
If I'd been there, he said something very interesting when he did the killing blow. Bax, high five.
I'm glad he wasn't there.
Just kind of like, nods.
Were you trained to do that?
No,
Kill?
no, not really.
What kind of monastery are you from?
I think that I'd get in trouble if I said that I was from, well, the monastery, really. He was the one who trained at the monastery, not me.
Then what? Then how were you trained? Like, how do you know him?
I was watching them a lot.
Explain.
I was watching them and I picked up a couple of things.
Were you watching them kill people?
Sometimes. Some people didn't live through it.
Hmm. Jesus.
But
What?
I wasn't really trained. In fact, when they found out, I was told not to do it anymore.
You were told and yet you kept doing it?
Well, I kinda had to after a certain point.
What does that mean?
Whenever they found out, my master, told me I had to pay him back for the lessons,
Uh-huh.
because I didn't pay like everyone else. So I did some fighting, and I had to keep using it, otherwise I would probably have died.
He made you fight for your life?
When I say master,
Uh-huh.
I mean it differently than how he would have called him master.
Oh. Uh-huh. Okay.
So I fought in these pits for a while, and then I met someone and he let me escape. And then I met Kyra, and then I came here.
So. Okay. So you escaped from your master, in quotes. And you slipped out from his grasp.
I didn't want to bring this up because it's so far away, but he's here, so I thought it was probably best. Kyra already knows, but
Kyra already knows, and not me.
when we left the sewers, we had to take a bath, and
She pulls down her little muffler thing to show the collar.
Jesus. I mean, Bahamut. I mean, Ilmater. I don't know.
Someone.
He's one of them.
Gods above!
There you go.
That'll work.
Good lord!
Jeez. And... Oh, jeez.
I didn't
think
really want to show you.
Why not?
You're my master now, so I didn't want to show you that I still had this.
Sense. I'm not at all in that sense your master.
Mm,
Stop calling me master.
But
You need to get away from that. That is terrifying.
it's not all bad.
Pray tell. The fuck? This is not bad. Not all bad.
I don't have anything else to do, so I like serving other people. It gives me something to aspire towards.
That's fine. Don't call people master.
Mm,
Sets a very dangerous precedent.
sorry.
It's okay. Just
If you
it's
want
fine.
if you want to throw me away, that's fine. I'm kidding.
Oh my god! I'll kill you. And this previous master of yours, is he gonna come looking for you?
I don't even think that they recognized me. I wasn't important or anything. I was just another slave. I don't think he
Okay.
cares.
Hopefully not.
I'm sure that through the fighting I did in the pits, I repaid him enough. So there's nothing really, I don't think, that needs to be
Better hope
worried
that's
about.
correct. If you're not correct, you just brought a very powerful enemy to us.
I can leave.
No. It's my responsibility to keep a lookout after you. So sorry, you're not going anywhere.
Look at all those
Yeah.
fucking...
He'll keep walking forward, scanning for undead.
She just keeps head low, holding on to the fire.
The night goes by as you all patrol throughout the large, sprawling city of the dead. Still no sign of anything, no more signs of skeletons. As you return, you see Ambrose waiting where you'd usually find him. I think we've either scared this guy off or he's going to be taking a break for a while. Either way, the 10 days are up and I don't really need you around here anymore, not for the time being. So as promised, this is for all of you. And he throws down 4 separate sacks. Each give a small clink as they hit the ground. 100 gold pieces each, as promised.
Nice.
She'll pick it up, and she's not even thinking about it, so she just puts it away.
I'll reach out if I need any more assistance in future.
All right.
You say 100
Sounds good.
each?
100 gold each. Yep.
We did it. We killed a
10
necromancer or
days
something.
of beating the shit out of some skeletons once, and then making sure that this motherfucker.
Oh,
Hooray!
it's good to be back in the triple digits.
You you all have the city at this point. It's near midnight.
Yeah. I feel like we're probably head back to the.
Make your way
the
back to
tavern.
an evening's rest.
You said it's near midnight?
Yep.
Yeah, I probably can't go back to the Enclave at this point.
Yeah, probably pick that up tomorrow.
Probs not. Probs not.
Just goes back home with them.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Does anyone have anything they'd wish to do before bed? Final call for the evening.
Doesn't sound like it.
There are 2 grumbles. I have 2 people who
Alright.
possibly do.
Kyra will head up to Alif's room.
But why? I'm not there.
Oh, are you not there?
Why are you going into my room? Are you stealing my sheets? Good, take them. Take them all.
I assumed we'd all like gone to our rooms at this point.
She's cleaning the 2nd floor
Ah,
because that makes her feel better.
So, yeah, she'll just find you then. Hey, Alif.
I will say Bax is in the main tavern at this point. I don't know exactly where you guys are meeting, but Bax is in the main tavern, just on a stool, in like the thinking position. One hand, arm crossed, the other arm like up to his mouth, like.
If she's like cleaning the 2nd floor, then that's where I would be too.
Yeah.
Waiting for someone to sculpt you. No, you were just making a pose.
Diamond.
Sure.
In the rough.
Diamond.
Kyra and a leaf, and then we'll get on to the shit.
I just wanted to see where that went.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, so hey, Ellie, you think you'd be cool with me sleeping up in your room, or you sleeping in my room tonight?
Just kind of wiping things, looks back, thinks about what happened with Torin.
I think I want to sleep alone tonight. If that's fine.
That's fine. I'm just worried about that dude. You say you
It's
don't
fine.
think...
It's fine. I don't think you noticed me.
I think he definitely noticed you.
Well, you know what I mean. He didn't say anything or do anything or anything like that, so... Again, I wasn't that important. Good night, Kyra.
Right.
Gonna walk away, all sad.
Torin, there is
Torin
indeed a
threw
ghost
her
near
away.
you.
Sorry, what?
Torin threw me away, and I'm no longer his. I can't. He's not my master anymore.
I just saw the divine sense, like there is indeed a ghost nearby.
Oh,
He's currently
jeez.
standing by the door.
Torin, were you in the main tavern area at any point?
Yeah, I would have been in the main tavern. I probably got a drink.
your post.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. He's just grabbing a drink for himself.
I'm just saying. All right. I could. Has to be stronger than that.
Yeah, he's fucking coming up with a name. It took me a second, but
I
I'm
gotcha.
like, yeah, that's what he's fucking doing.
No, I figured it out. I got it.
Yeah. What did you figure out?
Okay. I got two options here.
Okay.
The Steady Aim Tavern or the Obsidian Halls.
Any particular reason why? Or they just sound cool?
Obsidian is a volatile metal, but it's, well, not metal, element. It's also very strong and dark. We plan to turn this place into a combination guild and tavern. That kind of thing would give an idea of roughness, but it's also something that's forged whenever volcanoes erupt and when certain elements mix in a way that creates an almost glass-like material. It's chaotic.
It's
chaotic.
like bats from like back whenever he was like doing the other stuff too. Like he's actually using his brain.
It's chaotic, but it's also very well composed. It's similar to glass, but it's stone. So that would very much impart.
Rising from his ears.
That would very much impart the feeling that we wanted in regards to danger and adventure, but a sense of
It
stability.
also shows that I can break it.
And the Steady Aim Tavern, on the other hand, to have steady aim is self-explanatory. Steady aim just kind of sounds good. It sounds adventure-y. And if people are looking to come here to find work, if it does become a guild, then it would impart a sense of loyalty, and it would impart a sense of direction, because to come here is to have steady aim. Also, if it's going to be endorsed by me and I'm a fighter, it would impart that I have steady aim with these fists of mine. So...
So if I were to throw them...
Those are the two names that I've landed on. I had some other ideas, but I've rejected them by this point. So if none of you name it, by tomorrow, I'm picking a name, and it's gonna be one of those.
Or something I figure out in my sleep.
Or like, the dragon's breath upon the hero. No, that's done. That doesn't mean anything. Or the dragon.
No.
Let's name this place the Dragon!
It could mean either
Dragon
money
Fist!
or dragon.
Name it Dragon Fist! Oh, what's a scary creature? Hold on, wait.
A dragon.
Hold on.
The dragon
Hold on.
dagger.
It's like it could be a place where you accumulate trophies of like scary creatures. Like if you go out on an adventure and you beat a creature up and you take like a part of it, like a skull, like a troll. What could we name it based on that? No, that's dumb. There's something there, but I can't see it.
Are you making fun of me?
Little, yes. My main point is I don't want to name this place after what it was when we got here or after the neighborhood. Otherwise, if you say go to the Troll Skull place, it's just going to be like go to the Troll Skull Alley. So we need a proper name. And I've suggested to, and no one else has. And I'm going to start calling it one of them in the morning. It's going to be the Obsidian Halls. Spoiler. I'm going to bed. Bye.
Baxter walks out. The door opens for you as you move to the front door, Baxter.
Oh, thank Ghost.
Maybe something with a ghost.
Closes behind you.
Well, he's just sort of standing in the middle of the tavern
You
watching.
You hear just
Like,
outside
what the
just an
fuck just happened?
exclamation, just fucking Dragon Ghost! The Dragon Ghost Tavern! No, that's dumb. No, that's stupid.
Anything left for you, Torrin?
Finishes his drink, then goes up to bed eventually.
You all find your way to a night's sleep.
I would say, Kyra would respect Alif's wishes to not have people sleep in the room with her. However, she's gonna take her bedroll and sleep outside Alif's room.
Okay. Yeah.
How dare you?
You you roll out some of your more outdoorsy gear in the hallway, and you sleep upstairs. Which answers my question that I was about to ask, anyways. Around a little bit after 8 bells, early in the morning, a large is heard throughout the building as the windows rattle. And you hear screaming outside.
Oh.
I get up and immediately run outside.
What the?
All right. That's what is everyone else doing?
Shooting awake.
How high is the third floor?
Kyra, very high. Kyra, roll me Arcana, Kyra, since you'd have a chance at just innately knowing this.
Okay.
And I am out the window.
You just made it.
Oh, I can do a thing, actually.
Someone just cast fireball outside.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
I want to look out the window, and if possible, you said it's really low. I'd like to get into another combat stance. This one of air.
Alrighty. It's you're about. See, each floor you're about 25, 30 feet up.
Casting levitate?
I don't think I can, but can I punch the wall and then fly 15 feet just before getting to the bottom?
I will say you can do that. You can reduce some of the distance.
I use
so
a key point to do so.
Do you have slow fall yet, or is that a later?
I do
level
not.
thing
I
for
was
you?
using flying leap.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had the two together.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna take a bit of leg shock. Let's say. We'll make it the
Long rest
You
us.
take a point of bludgeoning damage. Oh,
Long rest
there
us
you go.
first.
Rest. Long rest.
Now take your bludgeoning damage.
Hell no.
All right. Take where are you? 1. You feel a shock of pain go up your legs, but you're on the ground.
Fucking someone did a fireball. I ain't going down the stairs.
I already said I'm out the window, man.
Or just yeets themselves up the side of the building.
I don't. I'm fucking insane.
Runs up front. Kyra, what are you doing?
Yeeting herself out of Alif's window.
You are 30 some feet up.
I will teleport.
Okay. You poofed up. Torrin, you're gonna burst out the front door and wrap around the corner as you see like Back's 3-point land you're on the second story. You'll just take 2. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I was gonna say that if I could, I was gonna pretty much start raging immediately if we're under attack.
All right, you can have that. So take 5 points of damage.
All right. I'm
Dude,
hyping.
we are ready to defend this place.
As fucking the Avengers show up, a puff of smoke appears next to a leaf who glides and then falls the rest of the way. Your weapon at the ready. Outside,
Obsidian Hall members, assemble.
You.
I was gonna say I actually like that one the most.
Fucking, we
Fine.
all 3-point land, fly down. Fucking Kyra poofs in. Torin just rushes up the side of the building.
You look crazy.
He's the Hawkeye. He's the Hawkeye in this situation.
You see a large black char mark along the cobblestone. Some of the building nearby has been slightly burnt away, but it's not on fire. Nothing seems to be ignited. On the ground, you see 11 people.
Oh no.
You see some people peeking out of buildings, some people crowding around. Not too many right now. This is still pretty early on. You see immediately, you can assess there's an elderly woman on the ground. 2 cloaked, looks to be male figures. They have leather armor
Necromancer,
on
isn't it?
that's singed with long swords in their sheaths. You see 2 female humans and 1 male half-elf. They looked pretty plain, nothing particularly. Their clothes look rather average for the area. You see 1 gnome face down in a burned cloak, holding a dagger.
No.
You see 2 female halflings with a flute and fiddle discarded beside them, and 2 male halflings, all dead.
No.
So who's up? Are these people all on the ground? Who's up?
All of them are dead. Those are all the dead people.
All right, look around. Do we see any living people?
Around, you see a couple people. You see like a woman peeking up from her shop. You see 1 maybe 18, 19-year-old boy standing in the middle of the road, seeming just to have walked upon the scene. A lot of people are peering out, but not too many people are approaching currently. This is moments after it happened.
Do we see where the attack might have came from?
You could search around and see if you can try and figure it out, but it doesn't look like Fireball doesn't really give a direction. It's not like an arrow.
Just
or
looking around.
That way.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I want to
pop a detect magic and look around.
I want to fucking just exclaim, just tell everybody like, everybody get back in your homes. This is a crime scene now.
I'm gonna deal with the fact that inevitably,
Fourth grade.
In taking 6 seconds to look around, I'm guessing my rage is gonna end because there's nothing hostile for me to go after.
Yeah, there's nothing to fight here.
Ah, well.
Alright.
Punching the bodies.
Baxter, keep punching me to keep your rage up.
I would like to
Which
roll...
bodies do people like to go check?
I would like to check the gnome that has the dagger and the burnt cloak. That's
I would like to check the old lady.
Roll me perception check. Both of you. Anyone checking the bodies, roll me perception.
And
Oh, I got a really bad perception there.
Alrighty.
Just as I
going
thought.
through them all,
Dead.
You looking at him, he seems severely burnt. He's not breathing. You notice he's holding a dagger out. Other than that, you can't get anything immediately off of it. It's as you rush over, you don't clock too much about him.
dead, or is he in the realm of medicine checks right now?
He is very dead.
All right.
Why would anybody do this? Who did this to all these people?
Still looking around for that.
I give a look at a leaf like, does your
I'm gonna-
master know how to cast fireball?
Not to my knowledge.
So what were you doing, Kyra? You said you were going to do something?
I was gonna say I'm gonna pop in flare, and can we say that I changed his form to like a bird in the
You would have to, I think, expend a cast of the thing to change
yeah.
that, but I can say you could have done that during your long rest, sure.
Yeah.
Just expend the components, and it's a ritual, so yeah, other than that, that's all you need to do.
Pop him into the owl form again, and toss him up and look through his eyes, and just have him kind of circle the area and look around to see if there's any like people running away from this area or.
All right, as you
maybe
fly above the core of the buildings, roll me a perception check.
Oh.
The two of you inspecting the bodies, you've done a cursory glance. Do you guys want to like spend some proper time to investigate any of the bodies?
Yeah, I'd like to investigate all the bodies, see if anybody's alive or if anybody has any particularly like noteworthy items on them. Like,
already.
I want to check the cloaked figures for like, you know.
Torn, roll me perception with advantage since you're focusing on them. Baxter, what were you looking for specifically?
oh, dude! I was looking for just to see if they had anything particular on them that might want to be taken, or any special weapons. Specifically, if they have any weapons that have any like unique markings, or clothing that have unique markings.
Are you going for the same ones that Torn's going on? He's at the cloaked figures with the swords.
I am in particular going still with the old lady.
I'm going for everybody. I'm also checking to see if anybody has a pulse.
All right, roll me just a general perception check then. That's pretty good. Let me double check my DCs.
Okay, he came in here with a very morose look. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I'm dealing with an all-night shot.
Crime scene. Okay. Torin, you notice immediately as you move to the cloaked
Nothing
figures.
at the old lady?
Unfortunately, the old lady doesn't have any distinguishing markings.
Okay.
I'm gonna disappear for a second. I'm gonna disappear for a second. Sorry, guys.
Do it up.
How dare you?
Yeah, as you look at the old woman, she's mostly burnt away. No one around, even like if you look at anyone, no one seems to be amazingly cognizant of her.
Okay. I was just making sure because you didn't have me roll again.
Yeah, I actually totally forgot. The two cloaked figures. Immediately, you can tell they have winged snake tattoos, one on their forearm and one. Oh no, it's just the one. One of them has it on his right forearm.
Okay.
Very likely
and
associated with his enter.
And there was another cloaked figure, right?
Yeah, the two are together. They're right beside each other.
Was there any other cloaked figures besides these two?
There's the one that Baxter will be on. That I'll wait until he gets back and he'll get a little bit more information since he's looking for things people might want to nick.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mostly wanted to do like a quick glance to see if he had any eye-catching tattoos.
Eye-catching tattoos. With your 20, I can say you can very much see that you don't see anyone with eye tattoos around.
Okay.
Not in this pile of corpses. You've seen... No, you haven't. I think it was Kyra. You've seen some of these people before, just walking about. You saw the old lady, and you've seen the halflings when you were shopping the other day.
I was gonna say, are these the halflings that we that were in charge of that restaurant or whatever?
No, they're just dancing. These are the ones
cool.
you saw playing, and they're effectively panhandling and playing about.
Thought it was weird that they just got mentioned out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're locals, and they're very dead.
Well, they were locals.
They were locals.
Big oof.
Did that 15 see any people running or any?
You see guards approaching. You guys have. I'm slowing down time a little bit so Logan can get back and I can give him his information before I progress. But you do see a good deal of both robed figures from. You wouldn't know what they are, so no, I won't describe them too much more. You see what look like casters of some degree, along with many regular armed guards directly moving in this direction.
They're moving towards us, okay.
Yes, they are all rushing the area. Other than that, you wouldn't have noticed anything else.
Okay. Call Flare back. poof him away.
Poof.
All right. And we're
I
just
didn't
waiting
see anything
for
in
Logan.
We're just waiting for Bax, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna roll a perception because you didn't ask me to, but I'm gonna do it because you forgot to ask me. I did it.
Natural 20. You see with advantage.
I see that old lady is really dead.
Why do you have advantage?
I don't know why I have advantage.
You
I don't
just
think
did.
it's something that I have. Hold on. Yeah, no, that one wasn't advantage.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god! Jesus! Stop wasting your 20s!
No, I want to know if this old lady is dead.
Yes. No, every person described is...
I want to know how dead she is. How much is burnt? Was this the center of the fireball?
She was not in the center, as she is in one piece. She is severely burned.
Old lady, no.
Hey, Aaron.
Very dead. Yes?
Like, is the old lady dead, though?
Very dead.
She's dead as fuck.
Okay, I needed to know. Okay, good luck
Sure.
with game, y'all.
Carrie was very curious about if the old lady was dead.
Yeah, I need to know.
I had my headset off talking to her just about stuff, and she just, all the main thing we heard was him being like, I know that this old lady is very dead. And she was just like, the old lady's very
But is she
dead.
dead, though?
Anyways, I am back.
Alrighty. So before they arrive, since time will progress immediately after this, while you're searching for anything people would have wanted to possibly steal or loot off of any of these bodies, going back to the most of them seem mostly destroyed. A lot of them aren't carrying much. You see scattered about a few coins here and there, but nothing that would be a particular target. You see a large pouch dangling off of the hip of the gnome you were looking at. You also, just in inspecting a little more closely, notice that he's got dry waste, like sewage or muck or mud.
In the mucky muck.
Something on his boots and cloak. So he's either been out of the city, is somewhere dirty, or in the sewers recently. Inspecting the pouch, looking at it, it has what looks like a couple gemstones inside.
Well, we can't leave those on him. People could steal them. I'm kidding.
We wouldn't want that.
So, did we come to any major conclusions while I was gone?
Nah, we were waiting on you.
Okay.
That was just, I wanted to make sure that piece of information got out. You know that there are what looks like City Watch and some other people rapidly heading in your direction. You have maybe a minute before anything else arrives.
These people are dead.
So we searched the gnomes, we searched the robe people, we searched the old lady. Fuck.
The humans and the elf, most of their stuff is burned. There's a few coins strewn about from them. I think there's like some burnt corn that's been mostly incinerated. It's like
Not the
blackened.
corn. Oh, it didn't even pop. No.
So like we can just look and see that like with the humans and the elf, like they're just basically destroyed basically.
With the general perception checks made on over all of them, if they had anything, those would have been caught. The issue was fairly low, so panning over everything, doesn't look like there's many things that people would have
And
wanted
they
to
probably
steal
don't have
from
any
of
markings or
them.
anything on them either.
No, they seem relatively plainly dressed with what clothes remain.
And there's no other people here? I'm just making sure again, because there was a lot of people.
There's the 11 dead bodies. And then there's one boy just a bit down the road. There's a couple people peering out from like doorways and homes, and a couple of the shops near. You see like Raishal just a bit down the way, kind
Yeah,
of
and
looking
it's just
over. And
the dead bodies
things
though, like nothing, no one else is like coming out of it. It's like nothing else is like out of the
currently, you have like 30 seconds before. I don't think Kyra communicated that, but you'd hear them at this point. You hear guards on the way.
There's no use in like trying to get away. Let's just stand here and wait for
Oh
it.
no, they might think I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Looks over at the fire Ganassi.
Ridiculous!
You fire off your detect magic. There's some remnants of evocation
I wonder where that was.
But otherwise, nothing really flashing in your view currently.
That makes sense. Somebody was evoking a fight here.
Yeah.
Although I think it's pronounced invoking, so watch that.
Invoking?
Yeah, it's
invoking.
Yeah, if there's like
there was
if no one
invocation
like
here.
said anything about like seeing people leave or anything like that, I guess we'll just wait for the guards.
Somebody was invoking violence.
Fuck.
Just not to tell you how to do your magic, but
as you guys wait, a little bit passes, and 6 guards run up and block off a far side. As you see another 6 move out to the opposite end of the alley.
Don't mind what I'm doing.
You see some of them
Dramatic.
ushering people back inside their home. One with a separate, slightly more ornate set of armor starts walking forward as all of you just hear and you see a griffin with a armored knight appear on the roof above all of you.
I'm not spamming anything, I promise. I'm trying to clean something up, and part of it requires doing this. I had put 1 million skeleton tokens on the board, and now I'm getting rid of them. I dropped them in the chat.
Oh
'cause
my
I don't want
God.
them anymore, so I'm really sorry about this.
Sorry about this. So sorry.
You said the griffin landed on the roof?
Yes, there's a griffin rider on top of the roof. He seems to just be looking
Our roof?
down. He's got a no, he's on a roof across the street.
I was gonna say, get off of my fucking
I
wouldn't-
feel like
I
it
wouldn't tell
have
that to
landed
them.
on our roof. I feel like it would have went through our roof.
You see a few shingles fall down, but they have like a helmet that obscures most of their face. You just see these slightly glowing lines. Your detect magic would still be up. The helmet that they're wearing is magical, and many of the guards have a small badge on that radiates magic.
Oh. Okay.
Step away from the bodies to allow them to do their thing.
They move through as one of the guards like, "Step away. This is a crime scene." Oh, God. And they
Someone in
begin
the thing like,
investigating.
yeah, we heard from that guy.
As many people are ushered back into their homes, a few guards going from spot to spot. They push you all back away from the scene.
Oh, damn.
Let's see you. Oh no, they narrated that they do. No. Totally. As soon as the police get involved, the fucking Bax respects some cops. So
Just not ones that live with me.
About 15 minutes go by as a second, what looks like a ranking member of the guard, approaches with one of those road figures you spotted earlier. As they look about, he moves over to the first officer and begins speaking in hushed breaths with him before they move door to door and start knocking and questioning people.
I will spruce up the front of the room so that when the door opens, it doesn't look like shit.
That's probably for the best. I'll go up to Kyra. Do you see anything through your bird?
No, just all I saw was them coming this way. I didn't see anyone running away. No magey types.
Okay.
Who the hell would do this? I mean, didn't some of those guys have those Zentarim things on them?
I have an idea of who did this.
Oh yeah?
Xanathar's guild.
The time goes on as one of the sergeants seems to be making his way towards the tavern.
Okay.
Open the door.
oh no.
As you're looking out, there's a brief knock at the door, and you open it up. Good morning.
Welcome to the
Morning.
Obsidian Halls, officer.
Yeah.
Oh, is that her name?
That's our name.
Pretty cool name.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool name.
I wanted to ask, I saw some of you were outside earlier. Have any of you seen anything regarding the incident outside? I don't think I need to tell you.
No. We heard the explosion and woke up, some of us, so we jumped out our windows and poofed down with our respective powers, and we checked some of the bodies, but I'm afraid that we didn't see who did it or what happened. All I can tell you is they did.
Did any of you know the gnome outside at all?
Did we know the gnome?
Did we?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out who he is.
No, I'm like out of
none
character.
of you know
Asking
him.
Aaron.
Out of character. Okay,
None of
thank
you know this gnome.
No.
Okay.
I did check him, and he did stand out, but I didn't recognize who he was.
All right.
He did have a dagger facing forward, though. I think that he must have been in a kerfuffle with whoever it was that cast the fireball, assuming that it was a fireball and not just some sort of explosive weapon.
Seems like a fireball to me.
That's the thing about
His
explosives.
eyes kind of linger on you for a moment, Kyra, before moving on. I don't want to take too much of your time today. Me and Sergeant Cromley have a long day of investigating ahead of us.
Did you already notice that 2 of the victims were Zentarim?
Yes.
What? I'm just entering those guys that were giving us trouble before.
Yes.
They have a habit of giving a lot of us trouble.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in a while.
Yes, no, all 3 of the Zentarim were, well, it was likely all 3 were Zentarim.
There were 3? Oh,
Yes.
the gnome, right.
No, not the gnome.
Wait, there was a third.
Who was the other?
I've been... He hesitates for a moment. I've been asking around, and it seems like this gnome was running from armed pursuers. There were 3 of them. One of them is missing. So unless it was a joint chase, I assume that all 3 were with the Zentarim.
Was it described what the pursuers were armed with?
2 of them have short swords. I'm unsure of the third since they're not present.
Is he saying that the Zentarim were the pursuers of this gnome?
That is his current suggestion, yes.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Why would they be after that gnome?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But first we have to find out who the gnome is before... Anyways.
When I had my
you
headset
already know?
off, did I hear something about like sewer water or something? I swear I
Yes.
heard.
You
Yeah.
still have it up. You know, because you were inspecting the gnome quite closely, when you found the coin purse on him, or rather when you noted the coin purse on him, you saw that his cloak and his boots were caked with muck, and so he was either out in the mud or in the sewers sometime recently.
I will relay that information in the following way.
Yeah, actually, whenever I was looking at them, you may have noticed this. It looks like the gnome either was moving around in some murky area, or maybe he was going through the sewers. Do you think the pursuit may have taken them down there?
Did the ones who pursued him also have muck?
That's a good question.
We'll take a
I was
look.
inspecting their bodies. Did I notice that they...
They didn't seem to have that, no.
Okay. It didn't seem they had that.
So
Seems
maybe.
the gnome was the only one in the sewers.
So
The guy's
why-
like, fuck, you guys found out so much more information
So
than
why
we
would
did.
the gnome?
Just fucking turns away from the officers.
So then why would the gnome have muck on them from possibly the sewers if their pursuers were not also covered in sewer water? What
Do you
is?
guys own this place?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And you're sure none of you know this gnome?
Yeah, why?
Never seen him.
Surely.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Does the gnome have some connection to this place? We only came into this place recently.
A couple of days ago.
Well, no, it's been like a couple of weeks by this
Like a
point.
couple
Cut
weeks.
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks.
Remember we spent like a whole bunch of days.
Yeah, we spent like
doing-
10 days
yeah,
fucking
doing the
yeah.
graveyard stuff.
He bites his tongue for a second. I'm trying to figure out exactly how much I can trust you guys.
I mean, if it concerns
I'll
our
pull
home,
out
it's
my-
kind of our business.
Yeah,
I'll
not
pull out
just
my
Torm.
Force Gray badge.
I'm with Force Grey, if that helps.
And if you're worried about us being able to handle ourselves, I'll have you know that I am the recent second-place champion of the Fields of Heckin' Triumph. Was it Triumph? It's Triumph. Please be Triumph.
Right.
Okay, good. Every time I say it, I doubt myself.
We
Yeah, I
were
saw the
working
facts
with a
yesterday.
paladin the past couple of nights over on a mission from the Emerald was it Emerald Enclave?
Emerald Enclave, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you should just trust yourself. You got it.
One of you make me persuasion check with advantage, given
I'll do
the
it.
storm
you
of
let the paladin do
alibi and everything given.
You go.
Ah, that's a 10.
Oh.
I don't know precisely why, but it seems like he was headed here specifically.
Oh,
I wonder if he knew someone that owned this place before.
or he was looking for us.
Maybe he heard about us or something.
Whoever it was, I can at least say that none of them expected. He gestures with his thumb behind his back. And I don't think the people chasing him expected it either.
Do you think maybe he did it? You think maybe he used the fireball in close proximity to them and he caught himself in it by, wizards aren't immune to their own magic for the most part.
The investigation will figure it out.
Did he seem to have any, like, spell components on him? Or... No?
Could you perhaps return to us with the information on his identity if you ever find out? Potentially we could have more information for you then.
We'll figure something out. Trust in the watch, he says, with a grim frown on his face as he looks back and pats the other officer on him.
Okay, cop, do the do.
Nat19s on Okay Cop, do the do.
Oh yeah, they are both Nat19s. I just roll a lot of these and don't look at them if I'm being totally honest.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in regards to investigating this scene?
We're being asked in character by the cop or by you?
No, he's left. He's
Okay.
If we're allowed to leave, then potentially
they're barring off the crime scene specifically, so you can't get very close to that.
Which,
Okay, I was gonna
which
say,
part
like,
of the
maybe
alley was
getting
that in?
another good look at that gnome.
That would be in the intersection just north of where your house is.
Because I'm pretty sure isn't there like a sewer access place around here, or something like that.
Yeah, there's one just to the southeast of you, I believe. I'm looking at your Troll Skull Alley.
It didn't look like he was coming that way, because like if he was coming from the southeast, then like he would have came up the other way.
What the guard said was true. He was coming to Troll Skull Manor, now the Obsidian Hall. It seems unlikely that he would pass it by.
Yeah.
Maps.
I will note, just as we move forward with this, that we passed timer a bit ago.
No, we
Perfect.
didn't.
I think
time.
them walking away might be a good spot to cap it on, as you guys spend some time thinking about what you might want to do.
No!
Chuck keeps being like,
I
it's
can't
Glenn.
believe-
They killed Glenn.
I can't believe fucking Torin threw me away.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
man.
bad for you.
I'm a discarded slave now.
I'm so sorry that your character's not a slave now.
This is the worst thing you could have done.
Aaron, hit us with experience.
Good.
Like, that was my whole
Or
thing.
you know,
this us business.
just me with experience. Whatever you want to do.
I have to create that.
I want at
but,
least.
I'd
I'd be
give me experience too. I helped so much.
I failed at
Torin
punching a
tried
couple of
to-
times.
Tried to do things,
Yeah, we tried to do things.
and I almost did it.
This is gonna be a good chunk.
So Logan, why is Glenn in
I'll
Waterdeep
I'll
casting
hit
fire?
y'all with that after we're finished because I'm gonna take a second to have to count
Okay,
exactly
sure.
what you're getting.
Okay.
Last question. So Logan, why is Glenn in Waterdeep casting fireball at 2 a.m.?
Probably saw a snake.
Was it 2 a.m. when this happened?
No, it is early in the morning. It is around a bit after 8 bells.
Saw the flying snake tattoo on the guy. He's like, snake!
You won't be getting this now.
You got everyone
died.
else and all the ones who replaced them
Here's
and
the thing.
everyone else who replaced them, but not me.
Here's how we know. Here's how we know it's not Glenn. He could have excluded himself from the fireball.
That's true.
And he certainly
Yes,
didn't
I'd like to
exclude
tell
any
you
of the
that-
people around him.
Zents are just out in the morning.
You're right.
It's fucking
It-
me and the
he did
boys at
exclude
2 a.m.
himself.
looking for nopes.
He did exclude himself, but the body
Yeah.
on the floor was Zook.
Oh no!
It was Glenn, but he ran off.
You all. Oh, we'll get into it next time.
Okay.
I can refresh everyone and
Heck
add
yeah.
a bit more context to some of the things you might know.
Heck yeah.
I'm a hit that heckin' credits button. So here's our credits.
Hey,
M Jolly asks, +4 to hit seems really low. What is a Leaf's dex? If you want to answer that, you can.
My dex is pretty low.
Yeah,
I have a 14.
Yeah, standard array.
So yeah, we'd be what? You'd be proficiencies +2 and then +2 for your dex. So +4s. To be fair, that's not
It's not
low.
bad. Yeah.
It's not a
For
+5.
level 3, yeah, that's not terrible for level 3. It's not amazing. It's not terrible.
Yeah. Having +4s and +5s at this stage should be considered uncommon, but it's not.
Like my highest is a +3 right now.
Yeah.
And that's my wisdom.
I got pretty good stats. What's my highest? I got what, an 8? I got 2 18s, but beyond that I got a 16, then a 12, 11, and a 6.
Yeah, you got your swole rolls.
Yeah, I really strength and con are doing fine.
I wanted a Leaf to be more of a wise character than a movie character.
Yeah. One more time.
Only
with
one
the
more
credits.
level until y'all get your heckin' feats or ASIs.
All right. As this last credits go, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us, and we'll be happy to see you guys again on heckin' Saturday.
Saturdays exist?
Saturdays exist.
No. No.
If any-
No.
It's true.
We'll see if our costs for like some legal stuff has increased this month, so the donation goes a bit higher than usual. Let's see if Dula thinks he can take it down.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyways, we'll see you guys next. So we're gonna end the YouTube side here. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
Later, my dudes. Goodbye.